World-defying Dan God Chapter 4081, Dragon Emperor. Seeing Long Jushao's aura so strong, Lan Yu was also a little surprised, and couldn't help but step back. Long Jushao, my Wushan temple is evenly equal to the temples of heaven, are you really not afraid of us? Lan Yu pretended to be, and said loudly, I will give you some more time to consider. Long Jushao was not afraid of Lan Yu, even if Chen Shang was not there. With Long Jushao's current strength, it was not a problem to fight Lan Yu. Although Long Jushao has been trapped in the 10 worlds for many years, he is very famous in the sanctuary beyond heaven. When the divine horned beasts came in, they suffered a great loss in Long Jushao's hands. And they always wanted to catch Long Jushao, but they didn't succeed. On the contrary, Long Jushao killed a lot of powerhouses of the divine horned beast race. So to this day, the horned beast still thinks of Long Jushao. Another reason is that Long Jushao is now regarded as the representative of the Dragon Clan, and the Dragon Clan in the 10 worlds are all pure dragons. There are a large number of powerful orc races in Aoshi Universe, but there are only dragon races without purebreds, mainly because Aoshi Universe fears that the dragon race will grow and dominate the entire universe. Long Jushao's soul is relatively weak now, and his strong dragon body is not afraid of people from the sanctuary or even the gods. Now with the help of Chen Shang, Long Jushao has broken through the limits of the soul, and has improved his soul training, which is much stronger than before. And people from outside the world, in their inherent cognition, the creatures and souls of the 10 worlds are very weak. Long Jushao was staring at Lan Yu coldly now, silently. The whole hall is very quiet. Everyone seems to be waiting for Long Jushao's reply. Lan Qingtian and Ziyi wanted to say something to make the elders pay more attention to Chen Shang, but they didn't dare to say anything because there was no place for them to speak. Long Jushao, how are you thinking about it? Those who know the current affairs are handsome. Lan Yu said coldly. He thought Long Jushao would submit to them. I'm still saying that, you either roll or die. Long Jushao sneered. Whether it is the palace of heaven or the palace of Wushan, I am not afraid, this is my territory, it is not your turn to be arrogant here. Then don't blame me. After Lan Yu finished speaking, a long knife appeared in his hand, and he rushed towards Long Jushao instantly and slashed it directly. At the same time, the 2 old men in Wushan Temple also attacked Long Jushao one after another. Ziyi and Lan Qingtian were shocked, and quickly stepped aside. They were both paying attention to Chen Shang, only to find that Chen Shang had suddenly disappeared. This makes them even more nervous. In their eyes, Chen Shang was much more terrifying than Long Jushao. Long Jushao fought with Lan Yu and the 2 old men. I have to say that this hall is very strong, and there are also formations. Long Jushao opened the big formation just now. He no longer intends to let Lan Yu and the others leave alive, he must give Wushan Temple a little deterrent. Otherwise, Wushan Divine Palace would really think that Long Jushao is a bully, and would come to trouble them again and again. Chen Shang was only invisible. He was not worried about Long Jushao, so he was relieved to watch the battle next to him, and then secretly transmitted the sound to Lan Qingtian and Ziyi. 2 friends, join us. You only need to provide us with information about Wushan Shrine. Hearing Chen Zhang's voice transmission, Lan Qingtian and Ziyi were both stunned. They know that there is no room for rejection, and once they refuse, they will definitely be taken down. Chen Shang had a life-saving grace for them, and the people were not bad, and the strength was still very strong. They didn't even think about it, so they nodded slightly and agreed. This is also something that can't be helped. They didn't expect these elders to be so unreasonable, otherwise they wouldn't cause this situation. Chen Shang needs to know more about Wushan Temple. Lan Qingtian and Ziyi can provide him with information about Wushan Temple. He also knows that these brothers and sisters are very good people. If they can use it, it would be pretty good. Lan Yu is still quite strong, not to mention the powerful equipment on his body, his soul is far above Long Jushao. After all, Lan Yu's soul was cultivated in the sanctuary, and it was not subject to any restrictions. It was normal to be stronger than Long Jushao. The 2 old men next to him were no longer able to do so, and his body was almost torn apart by Long Jushao's terrifying dragon claws several times. Long Jushao didn't use weapons. His arms turned into dragon claws, which was a very powerful weapon. The dragon scales emerging from his body made it difficult for Lan Yu to shake. Lan Yu was able to support it all because of his strong soul and constantly attacking Long Jushao's soul. Although Long Jushao was suffering from a splitting headache, he was still able to hold it and attacked Lan Yu continuously. The current Lan Yu regrets it very much. He really did not expect that Long Jushao's soul is so powerful, it can actually last for so long. Chen Shang saw that it was almost done, and if he continued, Lan Yu would use the holy talisman to fight back. Lan Yu had reservations. He had been reluctant to use the sacred talisman before, but he was ready to use it now. Invisible, he suddenly appeared, took out the Qinglong Tumo knife, and slashed it at Lan Yu's back. Lan Yu was attacked, unexpectedly, his body was chopped into 2 parts. Qinglong Tumo Dao, you! Lan Yu looked at the knife in Chen Zhang's hand with a look of shock. The dragon power seemed to be more terrifying than Long Jushao's. Have you never seen the Azure Dragon Slayer Demon Sword? It's a fuss. Chen Shang said with a smile, Blue Palace Lord, you don't want to get this sword in Wushan Divine Palace, right? With this kind of strength, you still want me to be your dog? Why? Long Jushao walked over and exploded Lan Yu's chest with 1 foot. Lan Yu's upper body was already broken, and now there is only 1 head left. Neither the heavens nor the Wushan temple don't want to enslave us. Chen Shang sneered. Don't worry, you won't die unclearly, we will let the Wushan temple know that you are the one we killed. You killed Elder Bai, and you killed me again. The halls of heaven and the temple of Wushan will definitely join hands to defeat you. Lan Yu trembled. Long Jushao, you have lived for so many years, you should be clearly caught in the two. What are the consequences among the superpowers? Are the heavens and Wushan divine palaces? There is nothing to be afraid of, they are all destroyed. Long Jushao smiled and said, we have the final say on the 10 heavens and earth. Lan Yu could tell that Chen Shang and Long Jushao were not afraid of these 2 superpowers. Long Jushao exploded Lan Yu's head with 1 foot. Uncle Long, those 2 young people are willing to join us, and they will be responsible for providing information about the Wushan temple in the future. Chen Shang looked at Lan Qingtian and Zi and said. Long Jushao nodded. Lan Qingtian and Zi were trembling now, and the Azure Dragon Slayer Demon Sword came out. That was the proud ancestor weapon. They couldn't help but shudder, thinking of the disc before Chen Shang, and there was a mirror, that should be the legendary 6 magic mirrors. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4082, Second Soul. Chen Shang asked Lan Qingtian and Zi to be spies, not just verbally, he must use the soul contract to restrict them. Lan Qingtian and Zi did not resist either, and soon signed a soul contract with Chen Shang and joined Chen Shang. After signing the contract, Chen Shang asked the brothers and sisters to leave and return to the Wushan temple to report the matter here, asking them to ignore the Qinglong Tumo Dao and the 6 gods mirror. This is equivalent to declaring war with Wushan temple, but Chen Shang and Long Jushao are not afraid. Elder Bai of the Hall of Heavens was killed, Lan Yu was also beheaded, Hall of Heavens and Wushan temple would be defeated at the top of the 10 heavens and earth, which shows that these 2 powers are not invincible in the 10 heavens and earth. Chen Shang is about to release a signal like this, to let them know that the local forces in the 10 great worlds are not easy to provoke. Both the 9 heavens and Baihua heavens have found the hidden traitors, and they have also forced out very important information. For example, the underground of Jushao Tiandi and Baihua Tiandi both have spatial channels connecting the sacred territory beyond the sky, and they are both teleportation arrays. The location where the teleportation array is located, and a super big city like Lingfengchang, is just a relatively large basement in which the teleportation array is built. These teleportation formations were now destroyed one by Jushaoshandi and Bayawatiandi. Although Long Jushao's forces in Jushao Heaven and Earth are all moving to Aoshi Heaven and Earth, they can't keep those teleportation formations. Chen Shang learned another very important piece of information from Lei Na. In more than 10 days, extra space forces entered the 10 worlds on a large scale. The space channels used were not only underground, but also in the air. The space weakness period of the 10 worlds will last for a total of about 10 days. Once it has passed, the sky space channel will be closed, and the underground space channel to be opened requires a lot of energy. There are so many underground space channels that cannot be completely blocked at all. For example, those heavenly demon abysses are all space channels. There are more and more people in Yanhengyu, now it is led by Long Jushao, and then Wu Yujun and Emperor Tianyan cooperate to call on the giants in the original empire to participate in the construction of large cities. Wang Shengzhen secretly mobilized the outsiders of Lingfeng City and also participated in it. He would keep the outsiders of Lingfeng City from the people of Yanhengyu to avoid conflict. In just 3 days, Lena mobilized hundreds of outsiders from the sky to come to Yanhengyu to help build the big city outside. At present, the center of Yan Hengyu is Spark City. Spark City was originally expanded to a large extent, and now more big cities have been expanded to accommodate the people of Jushao Tiandi and the original Tianong Empire, covering Qianlong village for a long time. In other words, the entrance of the Divine Horn Beast clan below Qianlong village was also within the scope of Yanheng domain, but Long Jushao was not worried. He was ready there. If the horned beasts dared to come out, he would catch them like a mouse. Chen Shang doesn't worry about building Yan Hengyu now, all he has to do is to make sure that his strength becomes stronger. Because when the time comes, I don't know what kind of monsters Wushan Temple and Zudian Temple will send. According to his previous contact with Reina, in the 10 worlds, he is likely to encounter very strong opponents. Now Chen Shang is desperately refining the Sea of AA Consciousness pill, and wants more people to cultivate the Sea of AA Consciousness. As long as Yan Hengyu's core main force has cultivated the Sea of AA Consciousness, then it will not appear so weak when facing outsiders. Then there was the issue of equipment. Chen Shang gave Long Jushao and Baihua Tiandi a lot of equipment and DZI beads. Reina will also secretly provide it over there, so in terms of equipment, it will not be much worse than the outside forces. The local forces of the 10 great heavens and earth, in the eyes of the forces outside the universe, are lambs to be slaughtered. And Chen Shang and the others are now ready, they will be able to kill each other by surprise. What made Chen Shang very vigilant was the temples of heaven hidden in other heavens and earth. Lena said there were other temples of heaven, and their strength was not weak. Like Wushan Shrine, there are also Wushan shrines hidden in other heavens and earth. Wushan Divine Palace and all heavens halls have to decide a victory or defeat in the top 10 worlds, and then seize the proud god furnace, that is, the heaven and earth pill furnace in Chen Zhang's hands. That was the life soul of Aoshi universe, and now it fell into Chen Zhang's hands, and the heavenly palace and Wushan Divine Palace had no idea. And Chen Shang believes that the pill furnace is not the whole universe's life and soul. Early in the morning, Chen Shang stayed in the room. He contacted Lu Meng'er and Xiao Shonglin. Baihua Tiandi was now fully prepared, and he was relieved a lot. Now, he wants to understand the universe's fate in his hand. Chen Shang was in an underground chamber in the 9 Heavens Dragon Gate of Spark City, and he laid several layers of barriers before he took out the proud god furnace. He was also afraid that Aoshi Shenlu would be perceived, so he did so much protection. As long as the halls of heaven and Wushan Temple do not know that the pill furnace falls into the hands of others, they will continue to fight, and then beat you to death. Sister Jing, this thing is called Aoshi Shenlu, and it is the fate of the universe, but it is still too weak. Chen Shang said. Brother, this stove needs to grow, but I really didn't expect it to be a soul body. Sister Xiaojing said in surprise. I still plan to become the spirit of this stove. Sister Jing, I think there is still a cosmic fate soul. Do you think that through this sacred furnace, you can find that cosmic fate soul? Chen Shang said. I always feel that the sacred furnace is not the most powerful universe fate soul. If it is a dual universe fate soul, then the two will be related. Little Jing said. Since this is a universe fate soul, there must be a little consciousness. We haven't found it before, which means that we haven't awakened yet. The energy of the DZI can be absorbed by the sacred furnace, allowing the sacred furnace to grow. Chen Shang immediately took out a large number of DZI beads, and after refining them, let the divine furnace absorb them. He is not worried about consuming a lot of G beads now, so he can ask Rina for it. She has a way to get G beads. Moreover, Wang Shengzhen pretended to be Ling Elder, and deceived many DZI beads from the extremely holy sect. However, the DZI bead absorbed by the furnace still made Chen Shang feel painful. More than 100 million DZI beads were gone in only half a day, and the proud ***** furnace still looked ordinary, with a slight change. However, Sister Xiaojing made a great discovery and was pleasantly surprised. Brother, I can feel the consciousness of the gods. Really? How is it? Chen Shang asked hurriedly. I can barely communicate with it. Sister Xiaojing smiled. This is still a little baby, but I can understand what it means. Ask it if there is another cosmic fate soul. Chen Zhang's was also very happy, always feeling that the more than 100 million DZI beads were not white. After half an hour of communication with Sister Xiaojing, a finally gained. Brother, there is indeed a cosmic fate. Sister Xiaojing said. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4083, Yuanjing Washeng. Knowing that there is really a universe fate, Chen Shang didn't know how, and suddenly heaved a sigh of relief. Intuition told him that the universe's life and soul was very important, far more important than Aoshi Shinlu. He suddenly felt that he was very likely to have a close relationship with the universe fate soul. After all, the formation of the Aoshi universe was prompted by him. It was not surprising that the born universe fate soul had a certain magical connection with him. Sister Jing, does it know where the universe is? Chen Shang asked. It's still too weak and small. It can't sense other universe fate souls for the time being, but it says that universe fate soul is safe. Little Mirror Sister said. Brother, Aoshi Shinlu is going to rest now, its consciousness it takes a short time to wake up. What, I have fed it a lot of DZI beads, so why do you have to rest now? Chen Shang felt a little distressed, so many DZI beads were of little use. The energy of the DZI has already allowed it to grow. It just needs to consume a lot of energy to maintain a clear consciousness. Little Mirror Sister said. Actually, the soul body of Aoshi Shinlu is too strong, so a little energy, indeed it won't last long. Okay, I'll talk about it later, I'll make more DZI beads. Chen Shang still has a lot of DZI beads, but now the situation is not completely clear, he dare not use it indiscriminately. The DZI can maintain the operation of the large array, allowing the large array to burst out with very powerful energy, in addition to maintaining the operation of the teleportation array. Chen Shang also realized now that nesting in the 10 great worlds, he could not support the life and soul of the universe. Things as powerful as the universe's life and soul must go to a more powerful space to grow up. For example, the sanctuary or God's domain, the vast universe contains a lot of energy, concentrated in these two places. We have to rush out of the 10 worlds. Chen Shang figured it out, and then he could only rush out by himself, because the other people in the 10 worlds could not keep up with their strength. For example, Long Jushao, he could only be beaten when he went to the sanctuary, but staying in the 10 great heavens and earth was restricted in his cultivation base, and he could never break through. They simply don't have a good growth opportunity, because they were previously sealed here and this opportunity was stifled, causing them to miss the growth of following Aoshi universe. Chen Shang also has a plan, which is to find a way to control the laws of the 10 worlds, and then gradually lift the restrictions on the cultivation base, while retaining the space barrier between the 10 worlds and the sky. In this way, the outside world will not be able to enter, and there will be a good growth environment within the 10 worlds. The difficulty now is how to control the 10 world laws. Chen Shang thought about it, and felt that he still had to make a breakthrough from the universe's fate and soul. The universe's fate and soul is the core thing of the universe, and maybe it has something to do with the law of the universe. After thinking about it, Chen Shang suddenly thought of a way. It is to break through first, and then see if you can get in touch with the law of the 10 worlds. Someone has reminded him before, don't continue to practice, otherwise it will touch the edge of the law, it will lead to heaven and other things, and it may be directly teleported out of the sky in the space of the 10 worlds. Chen Zhang's current cultivation level should already be the pinnacle of the 10th level of the Taoist realm. Although he hasn't practiced much during this period, his Dao Yuanjing has involuntarily become stronger. He suspected that when he was refining alchemy, he might have absorbed a lot of energy from the DZI, causing the Dao Yuanjing to grow a lot. He originally had a kind of heaven, this thing has always been very strange, he still hasn't figured out what kind of existence it is. If you continue to practice, you will be able to transcend the Taoist realm and enter the so-called holy realm. That is, the Dao Yuanjing will grow to a certain level and then transform itself. Chen Shang also didn't know whether his Dao Yuanjing was too big. Judging from the memory of those outsiders who swallowed him, his Dao Yuanjing was quite big, already filling his heart. However, he didn't show any signs of breaking through now. The strength of the Dao Yuan power he urged through Dao Yuanjing had not changed much from before. If it breaks through and Dao Yuanjing transforms itself, Dao Yuan power will be stronger, even if it enters the Holy Land. If you just stepped into the most holy realm, it's actually just that Dao Yuan power is relatively strong. The only difference is that Dao Yuanjing in the most holy realm has a special ability that can inject Dao Yuan power into your own soul. Strengthen the soul. Chen Zhang's own soul is very strong, so he must have no feeling for this kind of cultivation. No, I have to ask Lena. Chen Shang could only contact Lena with the summons. Reina is in the hidden capital of the hidden empire. She is far away from Chen Shang, but the messenger talisman can easily contact her. Master, I have arranged Yan Hengyu's side. Mullen is in charge at the moment. You can go to him directly if you have something. Lena thought Chen Shang was looking for her to discuss the construction of Yan Hengyu. Chen Shang didn't want to ask Rina about the practice, because Rina didn't seem to want him to practice further, and worried that he would touch the edge of the law. How far do you need to cultivate Dao Yuanjing to enter the most holy realm? Chen Shang asked directly. Are you going to hit the most holy realm? Master, I told you before that if you step into the most holy realm now, there will be a lot of trouble, maybe you have to leave the 10 worlds. Reina said. No, I just want to understand clearly, lest I stray into the holy realm myself. Chen Shang laughed. Because I have been practicing alchemy during this period, and found that my cultivation base has only grown a little bit, Dao Yuanjing has been getting bigger. Tell me about your situation. Reina was also worried. Chen Shang told Lei Na in detail about the size of his Dao Yuanjing. Master, your Dao seed is very special. It should be a very powerful and rare Dao seed. It means that it is more difficult for you to crystallize the Dao Yuan, and you need Dao Yuanjing to assimilate your entire heart. Lena listened after that. She was also surprised by Chen Zhang's situation. Really? So, my Dao Yuanjing is still a long way from Washang. Chen Shang thought he was about to break through, but he didn't expect it to be that long. Now you can rest assured that the difficulty of your Dao Yuan crystal transformation saint is not as great, but it also means that your potential will be greater in the future. Reina said. In short, my Dao Yuanjing was only half of it. A heart will transform into a saint, and your Dao Yuanjing may have to assimilate the entire heart. Okay, it's okay, I will continue to refine alchemy. Chen Shang was somewhat disappointed when he received the talisman. He can only continue to refine his alchemy, using his DZI beads to refine his alchemy, and want to frantically improve his Dao Yuanjing. At this rate, within 10 days, my Dao Yuanjing should be able to get close to the edge of Washang, and my Dao Yuan power will definitely be strong by then. Chen Shang has the proud god furnace. After making the DZI into a pill, this thing can improve Dao Yuanjing, but it needs a lot of Dao Yuanjing. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4084, Holy Moment. Chen Shang had tried before, and he could refine the DZI and other people's Dao Yuanjing into a pill. This was a pill that could quickly grow Dao Yuanjing. He has many DZI beads, but Dao Yuanjing doesn't have many. In order to get Dao Yuanjing, he thought of Lingfeng City. He and Lu Munger had placed more than 10,000 Dao Yuanjing in Lingfeng City before, just to blow up Lingfeng City. But after the plan changed, it was not implemented. He immediately contacted Wang Shengjun, asked Wang Shengjun to bring equipment and search for Dao Yuanjing in Lingfeng City. 10,000 yuan crystals are almost enough for Chen Shang. Before Wang Shengjun did not know that Lingfeng City had so many Yuanjing installed. After he led people to find out one by one, he felt a little scared in his heart. If it exploded, the whole Lingfeng City would be finished. In just a few days, Wang Shengjun delivered more than 10,000 yuan crystals to Chen Zhang's hands. In the past few days, Chen Shang has only refined a small amount of sea consciousness soul pill. In the 10 worlds, the soul cannot be promoted, mainly because it is restricted by the law. If he can control the law and modify the law, he doesn't need to know the sea soul pill, the 10 worlds and people can also break through. In the past few days, Lan Qingtian and Zi have been constantly receiving news that Wushan Temple is gathering an army, and there are more than 1 million in Aoshitiandi alone. The goal of Wushan Temple was not Yan Hengyu. Although Lan Yu was killed, Wushan Temple did not immediately retaliate against Long Jushao. Because Wushan Temple unanimously believed that Yan Hengyu was just a cover, most likely a trap, in order to contain the main force of Wushan Temple and distract Wushan Temple's attention. Therefore, Wushan Divine Palace decided to kill the heavenly halls in the Aoshitiandi in one breath, and then repel the other heavenly forces that entered the Aoshitiandi. Finally, he flattened the Yan Hengyu, and then entered the Temple of Proud World, and seized the furnace of Proud World. In the 10 heavenly halls, there are a total of 3 heavenly halls. The other 2 temples of heaven are outside the Temple of Aoshi. According to the news from Rina, the 2 temples of heaven are also supporting the Temple of Aoshi at this moment. They will not let the Temple of Aoshi fall into the hands of Wushan. So Chen Shang and the others, now they just need to protect themselves. At that time, the alien forces will participate in this melee, and only a small part of the alien forces will attack the local forces in the 10 worlds. This gave Chen Shang their time to prepare. Although time was tight, Bai Hua Tiandi and Zhu Xiaolongmen joined forces to build the teleportation array. In this way, it will be faster to teleport from Jushao Tiandi to Aoshi Tiandi. In 9 heavens, there are still many resources, and the 9 heavens Dragon Gate will be transferred to Yanhang region as much as possible. Chen Shang has been in retreat for this period of time. Although Reina told him not to break through, he still plans to try. Otherwise, in the face of the mighty Heavenly Palace and Wushan Divine Palace in the future, he really doesn't have enough ability to protect the entire Yanhang territory. There is also the 100 Flowers world, which will most likely become the main target at that time, because they have used the 4 elephants and 6 paths to fight. This is what Chen Shang learned from Reina. Lei Na said to Chen Shang that the Hall of Heaven values the 100 Flowers Heaven and Earth, so many people were placed in the 100 Flowers Heaven and Earth, and they were directed at the 6 God Mirrors and the 4 elephants. Chen Shang is not taking a risk to step into the most holy realm, because he believes that the power of the 10 worlds is biased towards him. This is a special feeling. It was as if he could feel the existence of the fate of the second universe. Moreover, he can be reborn in Aoshi Tiandi, which may be the law of the 10 great heavens and earth, protecting him in secret. Chen Shang mixed those 10,000 yuan crystals with a large number of DZI beads to refine a lot of pills. Almost 10 days have passed since he ate the refining. Now anyone can feel that the space fluctuates from time to time, indicating that there are a lot of things passing through the weak points of the space. Yan Hengyu has built thousands of big cities and formed a very powerful enchantment. Relying on the energy gushing out of the space channel below Qianlong village, this large formation can last for a while. During this period of time, Long Jushao has also arranged for many people to collect spar from around. They have a large number of spar mines in Jushaoshindi. Now they are all stored up and can be used to maintain the large formation when it is critical. Chen Shang also asked Reina to send a large number of DZI beads to the Yanhang domain and 100 Blossom world to maintain the operation of the large formation. As for the temple of Aoshi, Chen Shang didn't worry at all. Huang Jintian said that the temple of Aoshi was getting stronger and would not be flattened so quickly. Reina called everyone back, because the next battle was going to be against Wushan Shrine. Although she is Chen Zhang's servant, Chen Shang doesn't want her to be exposed, so she has to play the role of God Thunder and go to war with Wushan Temple. Even Wang Shengzhen had to lead the team to fight with the past. If he couldn't fight, he would definitely be the first to run away. As for the 108 demon servant, they stayed at the Dragon Gate of 9 heavens. This is an amazing weapon. The heart has completely turned into Dao Yuan Jing. Dao Yuan Jing is about to become a saint. Chen Shang practiced for more than 10 days, and finally touched the edge of the so-called law. He could feel a very dull pressure now, as if he was locked in by something. Is it a catastrophe? Chen Shang just felt a little flustered, not afraid. He said hello to Long Jushao, and then hurriedly left Yanhang domain. If he wanted to overcome the catastrophe, he would not dare to stay in this place, or it would destroy the protective formation here. When he flew out of the Yanhang territory, he saw a lot of aliens from outside the sky attacking the enchantment wildly. These guys should be the uncivilized barbarians. Chen Shang looked at those outsiders, they all looked like beasts. This kind of outsider should have entered the weak point of the space. Other forces in the outer space are looking for some unmanned areas to settle down, build their own settlements, and then proceed with the situation. Although they were both from the Zudian Temple and Wushan Temple camps, they came to this place mainly for profit. Chen Shang was going to a place to face his tribulation, and that place was the ***** forest where he was reborn. Consciously tell him that he might be able to come into contact with the law in that part of the forest. The so-called tribulation is most likely a test of the law. 10,000 heavens and earths officially descended from the outer world, and the 10 heavens and earths are gradually converging at this moment, and it seems to be integrated. It was at the chaotic moment of the 10 great worlds that Chen Shang faced the catastrophe and ushered in his most holy moment. No one knew about this except Sister Xiao Jing. He didn't even tell Lu Meng'er and Long Jushao. Chen Shang came to the sky above the forest where he was reborn, and the 6 sacred mirrors were also sealed under this forest. What surprised him was that this piece of Shenline naturally formed a protective cover to protect itself. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4085, God Lynch Tree. Chen Shang really did not expect that this piece of God forest, at such a time, could actually produce a powerful protective cover on its own. Obviously, this is deliberately protecting this forest of gods. Chen Shang secretly probed in the air and found that the protective shield of this forest of gods was very powerful, and with his power, it was impossible to penetrate it. Then he released the 6 god mirrors and let Sister Xiaojing investigate. Sister Xiaojing was also amazed after the exploration, because she couldn't penetrate through the 6 magic mirrors either. In other words, this piece of god forest is very safe. Why on earth? Is it because you know that I am coming, so the protective cover appears and prevents me from entering? Chen Shang couldn't help but have this guess, because this is a protective cover that even the 6 divine mirrors can't break. When the 6 magic mirrors were sealed under this forest of gods, Sister Xiaojing still had an impression. Brother, I can't help you get in. This protective shield is too strong, and the energy level used is very high. Sister Xiaojing said with some guilt. What kind of energy is the energy of the protective cover? Chen Shang asked. He couldn't sense it, only that the protective cover was very strong. Far beyond the sanctuary. It may be the energy from the gods, but, brother, you have been in contact with the gods of thunder, there is a little energy in the gods in her body, do you think the same? Xiaojing asked. Not the same. Chen Shang frowned and shook his head. Then it may be the energy far beyond God's domain. Little Mirror's sister said again. I just wanted to go in and cause the catastrophe. I didn't expect this to become like this here. Chen Shang had a special feeling for this sacred forest. After all, he was reborn from here, and his body was conceived in a big tree. For him, this is his root, but now he is turned away, making him feel sad. Brother, haven't you tried to go in? Maybe you can go in directly. Sister Xiaojing said suddenly. Yes, when Chen Shang came here, he hovered in the air and looked down, and did not immediately try to get in. He immediately moved closer and touched it with his hand could penetrate directly. Great, Chen Shang was ecstatic, and then immediately passed through the protective cover. After entering, he felt a very strange fragrance rushing to his face, and the air here gave him an extremely comfortable feeling. He immediately took out the 6 magic mirrors and let Sister Xiaojing feel it. Sister Xiaojing was also full of admiration, desperately absorbing the energy here. Chen Shang remembered that there was a huge tree in the middle of the god forest, that was the middle of the god forest. At the beginning, Chen Shang found Sister Little Mirror in the 6 gods mirror, which was a big tree inside the mirror. Therefore, whether it is Chen Shang or Sister Xiaojing, at this moment there is a kind of incomparable love and longing for this piece of god forest. Even the little sister, Xiaojing, has transformed into her body at this moment, ran out of the 6 magic mirrors, and became a cute little girl who was a few years old. Wearing a clean white dress, with bare feet and a bunch of ponytails, she was jumping in the forest of God with joy, giggling and laughing. Brother, let's go quickly and find the spirit of the god forest. Sister Xiaojing suddenly shouted. Chen Shang remembered that when he met an old scalper in this forest of gods, he also said that there was a spirit of the forest of gods in this forest of gods. Sister Jing, how did you know the spirit of the forest of gods? Chen Shang asked. I suddenly remembered something. I slept here before, and I remember there was a spirit of the forest of God. Sister Xiaojing ran forward. The beasts in the forest of gods all grow up by eating leaves, and they are all very powerful. When Chen Shang met the old scalper, he thought that the spirit of the forest in his mouth was the 6 magic mirrors. But now it seems that it is obviously not the 6 magic mirrors. Chen Shang followed the little sister who was jumping around, and soon came under a huge golden tree. It is very strange that when Chen Shang was in the sky, he couldn't see this huge and incomparable sky tree. However, after entering the forest of God, he could see this big tree, and it was still so real. As the spirit of the forest of gods here, Chen Shang looked up at the giant tree, unable to see the top, he didn't know what kind of existence it was. Brother, the spirit of God forest is sleeping, you need to wake it up. Sister Xiaojing walked over and touched the golden bark of the trunk. This giant tree gave them the feeling that a giant mountain stood in front, as if facing a huge mountain wall. Chen Shang can be regarded as a person with broad knowledge and has been to many places, but he has never seen such a huge tree. Moreover, he was outside the protective cover of the Shenline before, but he could not see the giant tree at all. The most amazing thing is that this giant tree is real. How do I wake up? Chen Shang asked. I don't know, you may need your soul to wake it up. Sister Xiaojing shook her head. I see, I want to attract the catastrophe. This thought suddenly popped into Chen Zhang's mind, and he didn't know why he suddenly had this thought. So he felt very strange and scratched his head. Brother, is there any danger? Sister Xiaojing was a little worried. It's not dangerous. Chen Shang smiled and touched the cute face of Sister Xiaojing. Then he took a deep breath, took a few pills, and transformed the Dao Yuanjing into the entire heart, completely transformed into a saint, and broke through the last layer. Chen Shang suddenly felt his heart beating. What's terrible is that every time his heart beats, the space of the 10 worlds will vibrate. It seemed that the whole space was jumping up and down. However, Chen Shang did not feel it. After Sister Xiaojing felt it, she opened her mouth big and small, and said in surprise, "Brother, it's terrible, this space is shaking. It seems to be beating with your heart." She could feel Chen Zhang's heart beating, and the frequency of the vibration of the sky and the earth was exactly the same as that of Shen Zhang's heart. I don't feel it. Chen Shang is already in suspension now, and he has been in suspension without knowing it. Then his body slowly drifted towards the giant tree ahead. Sister Xiaojing wanted to follow, but was blocked by a gentle force. She suddenly became a little anxious. "Little girl, he will be fine." A voice suddenly came out, sounding like the voice of a kind old grandmother. "Grandma, where is the elder brother going?" Seeing Chen Zhang's eyes with golden light, the little mirror seemed to have lost consciousness. "Crossing the robbery." The kindly old grandma's voice came out, and she smiled. "Little girl, you were here for the robbery before, have you forgotten?" "Grandma, I can't remember. Why did I forget so many things?" Little mirror pouted, her face sad. "It's okay, it's a blessing to forget something sometimes." The old woman laughed. "Will the older brother forget things?" Sister Xiaojing asked worriedly. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4086, Hard Robbery. Sister Xiaojing is worried that Chen Shang will forget many things. In her eyes, Chen Shang is her brother and her relative. She didn't want to be forgotten by Chen Shang. "It depends on his good fortune," said the grandmother. "Grandma, is it dangerous to cross the robbery? Will it die?" Sister Xiaojing thought that there might be danger. She started to worry again, and she wanted to get into the giant tree. "I don't know, it all depends on him." The old lady sighed. "Little girl, don't you remember how you went through the catastrophe?" Sister Xiaojing tried hard to think back, but she couldn't remember anything, so she shook her head helplessly. "Since you can get through, he should be able to do it too. I hope everything goes well for him." The old grandmother's voice came out, a little more worried. "Grandma, who are you?" Sister Xiaojing asked. "I am the spirit of the forest of gods." The grandmother smiled. "The forest of gods is very important. I am responsible for protecting this forest of gods." "Then can you help your brother overcome the catastrophe?" Sister Xiaojing stared at the giant tree, wishing to rush in to take a look. She could also feel the terrible power contained in the giant tree, and with her power, she could not rush in at all. "Don't worry, if he fails, he will be born again." The grandmother smiled. "He was born again in this place. I hope my brother can survive the catastrophe smoothly. If he is reborn, so many days of his cultivation will be in vain." Sister Xiaojing sighed lightly. She also knew very well that Chen Zhang's cultivation has not been easy until now. Chen Shang faintly entered the giant tree, and after entering, he was placed in a golden space. He didn't know what was going on either, but he felt a terrible force locked him. "Are you going to cross the catastrophe here?" Chen Shang was already prepared, but suddenly he felt something was wrong. "No, Sister Xiaojing is still outside." Chen Shang remembered that the 6 magic mirror was not around. Ao Shi Shen Lu and Qinglong Tu Mo knife, as well as all kinds of good things, are hidden in the 6 magic mirrors. In normal times, the 6 gods' mirror always kept close contact with him, but now they have been cut off from this connection. It seems that to enter this place, you must be separated from the 6 magic mirrors. Although Lu Dao Shenjing was not around, Chen Shang was not worried at all, but rather worried that little mirror was outside. Suddenly, Chen Shang felt a pain all over. This sudden pain caused him to let out a painful roar. "What the asterisk is this?" Chen Shang didn't see anything, but his body was so inexplicably painful. He, who was calm before, was somewhat scared at this moment. He was wrapped in a force, hanging in this golden space on all sides. It looked like he was locked in an execution ground, because he found that he couldn't move and couldn't break free of that power. Why is Du Jia like this? The pain in Chen Zhang's body has not yet been eliminated, and the pain at this moment has made him start to twitch. Common catastrophes are all kinds of thunder and lightning. Chen Shang is not afraid of thunder and lightning, so he sneered at Du Jia before. But now, he found that things were not that simple. Suddenly, another weird force exploded in his body, and then extremely severe pain spread all over his body. This suddenly came more violently than before, and the direct impact made him turn his eyes white and almost fainted. He knew very well that if he fainted while crossing the robbery, the consequences would be very serious. Once he lost consciousness, the ghost knew what the process would be. As long as he is awake, no matter what kind of robbery, he can handle it. We need to use Dao Yuanjing's power. Chen Shang immediately urged the power within Dao Yuanjing to flood his body. However, after Dao Yuanli flowed in the body, it felt as painful as tearing his own body. What the asterisk is this? Chen Shang turned blue in pain and vomited directly. Hoo! A gust of wind suddenly hit. Chen Shang felt a little cold at first, but it didn't take long before it started to get hot, and then, his body began to burn. His skin, he was full of flesh and blood, as if being lit, burning like crazy. Strangely, this flame did not burn him to ashes in one breath, but it caused a very stinging heat. Chen Shang could see his skin turn black, like coke. He was dazzled by the heat, and his consciousness began to blur. Suddenly, a group of black and red things appeared in his mind, very cold, but extremely evil. Although his consciousness was dazed, Chen Shang was very sure that the thing was very evil. This made him suddenly sober. His body is still burning, and the evil energy is floating in front of him, releasing a very comfortable cold. As long as you embrace this mass of energy, you will be liberated and you will no longer be tortured by this heat. Chen Shang stared at the red and black energy, his eyes were slightly red, and he was burned to black coal, and he was suffering incomparably. As long as he rushes forward and embraces evil, he won't have to suffer this kind of pain anymore. It turns out, this is a heart robbery. Chen Shang suddenly realized that all the pain he suffered was actually an illusion, which was achieved by affecting his soul. Pain is real pain, after all, it is directly torturing the soul. He often tortured the souls of others, so Chen Shang knew exactly how terrifying this kind of pain was. Most people who have been tortured by him can't bear this kind of pain and will eventually succumb. Just when Chen Shang himself guessed that it was a heart catastrophe, the pain suddenly doubled. He didn't expect that above this level of pain, he could be more painful. I must resist. Chen Shang took a deep breath. If he succumbed, everything would be over. Even if he was reborn, his soul would definitely be contaminated by evil, which would leave him with huge hidden dangers. Sister Jing may have experienced it too. Chen Shang remembered that Sister Xiao Jing had once been evil, and it was very likely that she had also experienced this kind of heart catastrophe. The pain is still increasing. The most difficult thing is that I don't know how long it will last. After all, Chen Zhang's soul had been sealed for 100,000 years, and he was tortured during this period, so his soul was very tough and could withstand this torment. A heart catastrophe can't stop me at all. Chen Shang silently endured. He began to think about it, thinking about his various beautiful experiences. Fortunately, he has many wonderful experiences and met many wonderful people, especially the women around him. That was how he survived 100,000 years. He now seems to be back in the seal like hell. He planned to endure the torture for a long time, but Chen Shang found that the pain gradually eased. The red and black evil energy in front of me gradually dissipated. That's it. Chen Shang had some doubts in his heart. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4087, Spirit of Law. Chen Shang did experience unprecedented pain and torment just now, but he thinks this robbery should not be that simple. But now it seems that it is over. This made him very puzzled. After all, it was too easy for him. He is still suspended in this golden space, his body can move, but he doesn't know how to get out. Is it over? Chen Shang shouted a few times, but did not respond. He just wanted to go out now, because the 6 magic mirrors were still outside. He was somewhat worried about the safety of Little Mirror's sister. Chen Shang secretly felt his Dao Yuanjing had successfully transformed into a holy. He stepped into the most holy realm. The Dao Yuan power of the most holy realm is indeed powerful. He condensed Dao Yuan power in his hands. Dao Yuanjing releases 2 Dao Yuan powers. One is bred by stepping into the most holy realm, and the other is the original. He now understands why people from outside the sky will be restricted in their cultivation, that is, they cannot use Dao Yuanjing's other sacred power. Rina, a person from God's domain, within her Dao Yuan Jing, can only release the weakest Dao Yuan power. It seems that when you step into the realm of God in the future, there will be a third force. The weakest is Dao Yuan Fan Li. 10 great heavens and other low-level spaces can only cultivate ordinary Dao Yuan power. Then Dao Yuan holy power can only be cultivated in the sanctuary. Chen Shang was now able to fuse ordinary Dao Yuan fan power and Dao Yuan divine power to release them together. He is not restricted in this space. As he was learning to use Dao Yuan Sheng power, the space around him suddenly fluctuated. Not good. Chen Zhang's expression changed. After the space fluctuated, there were multiple breaths from the sacred domain outside the sky pouring from the space. The space around him fluctuates, drawing him into the sanctuary beyond the sky. Lena said before that if he breaks through, once he touches the edge of the law, he will be sucked into the sanctuary beyond the sky. I can't go to sanctuary now. Chen Shang still has a lot of things to do in the 10 worlds. If he goes to the sanctuary now, the 10 worlds will be very dangerous. He immediately closed the Dao Yuan Sheng power within his Dao Yuan power, but it had no effect. The space in all directions of him was still fluctuating. I have to find a way quickly. Chen Shang was anxious at this moment. At this moment, he faced such a powerful law and power, and he had nothing to do. No, there must be a way. Chen Shang calmed himself down, and his mind moved quickly. Correct. What Chen Shang can do now is to use his super powerful soul to sense the laws of heaven and earth. He wants to come into contact with the laws of the 10 worlds. After stepping into the most holy realm, Chen Shang can exert a more powerful soul. He released the soul out of his body, and then madly urged the soul to burst out with a powerful force. The 10 laws of heaven and earth, where are you? Chen Zhang's consciousness roared. It didn't take long for him to perceive that there are many silk threads between the heaven and the earth, and it seems that the entire 10 worlds are being constructed. The silk threads are flowing slowly, very mysterious. This is only what he perceives, and he can't see it at all in reality, but he can be sure that this is the law of power that covers the 10 worlds. Chen Zhang's soul wanders among the 10 worlds at this moment. His soul is out of his body, following the power of the law to find the source of the law. After observation, he found that the flowing silk threads were connected to the earth. His soul flew very fast, he just tracked the flow of those silk threads, and quickly entered the deep ground. He can only be sure that he is above the Aoshitnd, but he does not know where he is. Chen Zhang's soul finally reached the law center of the 10 great worlds. It was a huge golden energy ball, like countless silk threads woven together. Is this the power of the 10 worlds? Chen Shang looked at the huge golden giant ball, and contrasted with it, it was very small dust. Facing such a giant, Chen Shang didn't have much confidence in conquering this giant. He was still thinking about revising the rules so that everyone in the 10 worlds could step into the Holy Land. However, it now seems difficult. Chen Shang, you really came. Suddenly a voice came out, the voice of an old grandma. Chen Shang remembered this grandma's voice. He had heard her voice outside the giant tree before. Grandma, Sister Jing is all right? Chen Shang asked. The little girl is worried about you too. Don't worry, she is safe outside. The old woman smiled. What the asterisk is going on? Am I going through the holy tribulation? Chen Shang asked. There is no such thing as a holy robbery at all. That is just a test you have to go through. The old woman smiled. It's a test I give you. Grandma, this test is too simple. Chen Shang smiled. I don't even feel any difficulty. Really, there are many people who can't even hold a stick of incense. Little mirror girl, she just barely managed to pass before. The old woman smiled. It's not difficult for you to be a fellow. Grandma, have you waited for me for a long time? Chen Shang asked. You are the law of the 10 worlds. Forget it. The 10 worlds are about to merge now, it will become very chaotic, coupled with external pressure, my pressure is also very great. The grandmother said. I want to stay in Aoshitnd. If I leave, it will only be more chaotic here. Chen Shang said. Grandma, I can't go to sanctuary now. I know, but if you stay here, you must promise me one thing. Said the grandmother. What's the matter? Chen Shang felt that the grandma's affairs would not be that simple. Protect the Aoshi sacred furnace. This sacred furnace must not fall into the hands of the Wushan temple and the temples of all heavens. The grandmother solemnly ordered. That's for sure. Chen Shang nodded and said, by the way, Grandma, do you know where the fate of the second universe is? I know there is the existence of the second universe life soul, but I don't know where it is. If you can find it, then the Aoshi universe will become more complete and will not be controlled by external forces. The grandmother sighed, it's hard for me. Got rid of the control of external forces. Grandma, can I use the power of the Holy Land in the future? Chen Shang wanted to confirm this. Of course, but currently only you can use it, no one else can do it. The grandmother said, actually, I can't limit you at all now, and the law and power of the entire Aoshi universe can't limit you. Really? Then why did I almost go to sanctuary just now? Chen Shang curled his lips and said, it was really too dangerous just now. Because they all think the proud god furnace is in the top 10 worlds, I will send you in the 6 god mirror to the sky, but it is the safest. The old woman said. It might be more dangerous to go outside. Chen Shang was speechless. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 4088, Heaven and Earth Merger. Chen Shang didn't understand this old grandmother, and actually wanted to send him out of the sky at this time. He hasn't made enough preparations yet, and he doesn't want to go to the sanctuary, because he is afraid of facing powerful enemies. You went to the sanctuary, there are 6 divine mirrors, it is difficult for others to catch you. Because the sky is very vast, you have too many places to hide. In the vast universe, they want to find someone, it's like a fairy tale. The old woman said. But in the 10 worlds, I am invincible. Chen Shang curled his lips and said, how can I be caught in such a place? It's hard to say. After the merger of the 10 worlds, although it is also very big, but the universe is so big, it is only a matter of time to find you. The old woman said. So I think you go to the sanctuary outside the sky now, that is the most safe. I don't want to go yet. Chen Shang said, I still have too much worries about the 10 worlds, and I have my plans, so I'll wait until I get stronger. I don't want to go to heaven and hide everywhere. He just wanted to develop his own talent and influence, and once he became stronger in the future, he would be able to fight against the heavenly halls and Wushan temples. I also saw your obsession to stay, so I let you stay. The old woman sighed, I hope my decision will not cause a big mistake. Grandma, nothing will happen. Chen Shang smiled, it won't be too late for me to rush out after I completely control the 10 worlds. Everything is up to you. Your destiny is not something you can control by your own capacity. The old woman smiled and said, then I will rest here at ease. Grandma, why are you recuperating? Are you injured? Chen Shang asked curiously. No, it's just that I'm not strong enough, and I have many flaws and need to repair myself. The grandmother said, when I recuperate, maybe some restrictions can be lifted. She was afraid that Chen Shang would not understand. She thought about it, and continued to explain. Let's put it this way, there is something similar to a seal on me, which makes me unable to fully control the operation of the laws of the 10 worlds. It turns out that it is, so to speak, if you want to get in touch with the cultivation bases and soul limits of the 10 great heavens and earth, it's not enough for the time being. Chen Shang understood. That's true, but people with strong souls, when they come in from the outside world, won't be suppressed, they just need to pay a certain price. The old grandma sighed again. The other thing is, they will weaken the space wall. I have to take a good rest and restore the space wall, otherwise they will come more. Grandma, you must rest well. Leave the 10 worlds to me. Chen Shang now stepped into the most holy realm, it was full of confidence. Now he can defeat the powerful enemy from the sanctuary without the 6 magic mirrors and the Azure Dragon Slayer demon sword, relying on the Dao Yuan strength, powerful physical body, and soul. Chen Shang was sent out of that big tree. As soon as she came outside, Sister Xiao Jing jumped over and hugged Chen Zhang's legs. Brother, are you okay? Sister Xiao Jing was worried. What can I do? Chen Shang smiled and touched the cute little girl's face, and smiled. Sister Jing, how many days have I been in? 5 days. Sister Xiao Jing saw that Chen Shang was okay, and she was completely relieved, and said, a lot of people are looking for you during this period, and your messengers are shaking. 5 days. Chen Shang was taken aback. Sister Xiaojing immediately took out the messenger talisman from the 6 god mirror to Chen Shang. Chen Shang first connected to Long Jushao, and there was only Long Jushao's message inside. Then there are Lu Menger, Xiao Shanglin and Lena's. There is also Wang Shengjun. He synthesized the news from everyone, mainly because the battle between the Heavenly Palace and Wushan Temple was fierce, and there were many casualties. But they suddenly truce, mainly because the 10 worlds move fast and merge. Wang Shengjun has now left Lingfeng City. The dozens of outsiders from the sky have now been taken over by other people sent by the extreme sacred sect. He can't pretend to be the highest level of the extreme sacred sect and can only leave. There was nothing serious about Rena, she just told Chen Shang that the other two halls of heaven had already noticed Yan Hengyu. And Long Jushao's news is about the divine horned beast race. Now it is mainly divine horned orcs who are going to attack Yanheng domain. The strength of this divine horned beast race is not what it used to be, and it is very powerful. Knowing that the leader of the Yanheng territory is Long Jushao, the high level of the divine horned beast tribe made a decision to conquer Yanheng region at all costs. There was news from Xiao Shanlin and Lu Menger. They only cared about Chen Shang and asked him how he is now. Although Hundred Flowers World was also attacked by some extraterrestrial forces, everything was fairly stable. Chen Shang responded to them one by one, and then immediately returned to Yanheng domain. On the road, he had a long talk with Reina alone. Lena, the Horned Beast clan is going to attack Yanhengyu, do you have a way to distract them? Chen Shang asked. The number of horned beasts came this time with thousands asterisk, and this number alone made Chen Shang startled. Master, if it's just a horned beast clan, then I might be able to delay it for a while. But now not only the horned beast clan, but also several other big forces will attack Yanhengyu. Reina sighed. There are too many people in your place. They see it as a big granary. Can they let it go? Yanhengyu gathered most of the people from Outshi Tiandi and Jushao Tiandi, and there are also powerful and huge barriers. There are many outsiders who want to eat people. If they cannot eat people from Yanhengyu, they will go eat other aliens. Well, you can just provide me with information. Chen Shang said, we can beat them back by ourselves. Master, I think you won't be able to last a month, so let's find a way to hide in advance. After the 10 worlds are merged, they are still very big, hiding in some no man's land, at least you can live for a while. Reina said. Why hide? Chen Shang couldn't understand. It's mainly the camp on the side of the Hall of Heavens that attacked you. Most of the Hall of Heavens camp is eating people, and their number is at least 100 million. Can you stop the 100 million troops from the sanctuary? Asked. It's easy, kill 1,000 divine horned beasts, just look at the other 9,000 cannibals, they have enough courage to continue attacking us. Chen Shang laughed. It's up to you, Reina said, you have to pay more attention to the Wushan Shrine. Those guys have a lot of bad thoughts. Chen Shang also received the message from Lan Qingtian and Ziyi. They have been participating in the battle during this period, and no useful information was sent. Chen Shang just asked them to continue to pay attention to the big movements of Wushan Temple. It didn't take long for Chen Shang to return to the Dragon Gate of Jushao. The Yanheng territory covers a large area, and the divine horned orcs attacked from the south. On the southern side outside the Yanheng territory barrier, hundreds of divine horned orcs gathered. Chen Shang returned to the Nine Heavens Dragon Gate and passed over the southern side of Yanhengyu. The horned beasts also attacked the enchantment, seemingly preparing something. World-defying Dan God, assassination. After Chen Shang returned to the Dragon Gate of Jushao, he directly found Long Jushao. Long Jushao's soul cultivation has improved a lot, and Hundred Flowers World, under the guidance of Chen Shang, can refine an elixir to improve his soul. Taking these pills can make the soul cultivation level rise faster. Long Jushao's soul is much stronger, giving people stronger deterrence, coupled with his burly figure and domineering dragon power, there is a very powerful feeling. You finally came back. I couldn't contact you during this period. I thought you went to the sanctuary. Long Jushao patted Chen Shang on the shoulder and smiled. In fact, when he saw Chen Shang, he also knew that his current strength was unfathomable and he was already far above him. He didn't feel surprised that Chen Shang suddenly became so strong, because after Chen Shang was reborn, his cultivation speed would have been very fast. When I came back, I saw the divine horned beast race was outside. They are standing still and don't know what they are planning. Chen Shang wanted to get rid of the horned beasts quickly, otherwise it would make him very uneasy. They are waiting, Long Jushao said. They are still attacking now, they want to explore our enchantment, investigate the situation of the entire Yanheng region, and create panic to make our internal chaos. So how is Yanhengyu's situation now? Is there a mess? Chen Shang asked. There are so many people in Yanhengyu, and there are a total of more than 1 billion in total. If it is messed up, it will indeed have very serious consequences. Now it is our Nine Heavens Dragon Gate who is maintaining order, plus the original high levels of the Tianeng and Dian empires. They are all very prestigious and can help everyone settle down. The number of horned beasts is constantly increasing, and they often publicize loudly outside, saying how weak and small we are. In short, they are messing up our military spirit. Long Jushao is confident that he will not be affected by the horned beasts. That's fine, Chen Shang nodded. The horned beast clan has been standing still outside, it will give us some pressure, we can't follow their rhythm. I have taken action already. Long Jushao said. I sent a good hand to sneak into their resident area to carry out an assassination operation and kill some small bosses. Oh, how effective, Chen Shang thought this idea was good. The horned beasts are foreigners after all, their basics are in the sanctuary, and coming from the sanctuary requires a lot of price. If their precious little bosses are assassinated, they will be hit somewhat. Only successfully assassinated a few, there were too many of them, and their strength was so strong, we managed to succeed, and we were able to retreat. What reaction will they have, we still cannot detect. Long Jushao said. In short, I will send assassins from time to time. Do you want to dispatch the ape demon dragon servant? Chen Shang asked. 100 apes demon dragon servant will attack, which can cause them considerable damage. Ape devil dragon servant is not a good card after all. The Tny* tribe is more resistant. If we let them know that we control 100 ape devil dragons, all tribes might unite and attack. Long Jushao was a little worried about this. Now it's just the divine horned orcs taking the lead. If the divine horned orcs break through our barrier, other outside forces will definitely come over and bite us. Chen Shang said. We must use thunder the means to repel the divine horned orcs and shock other alien forces. Master Shen, what do you think? Long Jushao asked. He also had this idea before. But Long Jushao couldn't use thunder means, he was indeed very strong, but he was unmatched in the face of so many divine horned beasts. When 9 heavens heaven and earth repulsed the divine horn orcs and caused heavy losses to the divine horn orcs, but 9 heavens earth itself paid a great price. Moreover, this time, there were a lot of divine horned beast races, and there were other alien forces watching them. Long Jushao couldn't use up all his power in one breath to defeat the divine horned beast race, this would only cause Yan Hengyu to become very empty. Ape demon dragon servant must be dispatched. I will refine some anti-poison pills and give it to you. Chen Shang thought for a while, and said, Uncle Long, you have formed 3,000 elites, is this okay? 3,000 dragons, with the equipment we got before, as well as all kinds of magic weapons and sacred talisman filled with DZI beads, it is no problem to be able to face the 10 horned beasts. Long Jushao nodded. 3,000 to 10, is it so strong? Chen Shang was still a little surprised. The horned beasts are not purebred dragons, but we are all purebred dragons. After becoming a real dragon, hitting 10 is still a conservative estimate. Long Jushao was very confident. I already have a plan. Chen Shang said. This time, even if the ape demon servant is exposed, what we want is deterrence. If other extraterrestrial forces want to encircle us, they have to weigh in way. Okay, I'll listen to you. Long Jushao smiled. Uncle Long, do you know who is the biggest boss in the Horned Beast clan residence? If you want to assassinate, you should assassinate the strongest and biggest. Chen Shang laughed and said, killing those little bosses is meaningless. It was the most sensational. The divine horned beasts attacked Yanheng territory, and spies from multiple alien forces were staring at it, and even the heavenly halls and Wushan divine palace sent people to watch. If Yanhengyu can be famous in this game, even if the Wushan temple and the All Heavens palace want to attack, they have to think about the consequences. There are a total of 10 kings of the horned beast clan. Only 2 of the 10 big kings have come, and the army of the 1000 horned beast clan is led by 2 big kings respectively. Long Jushao said. I'll leave the matter of assassinating these 2 great kings. Whether they are clones or deities, as long as you kill them and hang their corpses in front of our Yanheng domain gate, it will play a certain role. Chen Shang smiled. Long Jushao knew that Chen Shang was very suitable for this kind of thing, assassination or something, Chen Shang was the best. I'm going to gather the elite trainers now and get ready. Long Jushao said. I will let Bayawadiandi send you a poison pill. Chen Shang nodded. I will leave the assassination of the king to me. I will act as soon as possible to kill the 2 kings of the divine horned beast race. Chen Shang must act as soon as possible. After all, the divine horned beast race has been clamoring outside for many days. He must act. As long as he makes a major event, he can make Yanhengyu more stable. When the time comes, the army will be in chaos on the side of the divine horned orcs. Chen Shang contacted the old apes and told them to start accumulating venom, and all kinds of poisonous blood and venom were released every moment. He wanted a lot of poisonous blood and venom. Fortunately, Ape Demon Dragon Servant has nothing to do these days, so he puts his own poisonous blood every day, and has accumulated a lot. The Ape Demon Dragon Servant can recover as long as they eat some beast meat, or take a pill or something. It can also replenish blood, so they can release a lot of poisonous blood every day. Suddenly, Long Jushao took out a vibrating talisman and received the emergency tally. After receiving the emergency tally, he was puzzled. The people of the extreme sacred sect came to me and said that they can provide us with shelter and help us block the horned beasts, but we promise some conditions. Go, meet them, Chen Shang said. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4090, Menacing. Extreme sacred sect is in the sanctuary. It can be regarded as a big power, above the horned beast race. It is said that even the strong men of the divine horned beast clan have joined the extreme sacred sect. The extreme sacred sect suddenly ran over now, saying that he wanted to shelter Yanheng territory, and the conditions that were set must be difficult to achieve. They must be seeking greater benefits. There were only 2 people from extreme sacred sect, both of them seemed to be strong, but Chen Shang knew that they were all clones. Extreme sacred sect and the others are also afraid that the deity will come to death, so they are also extra cautious. Chen Shang and Long Jushao were in the hall, looking at the 2 elders of the extreme sacred sect, and seeing that they were not very spirited, and that they were such old bodies, they knew that the other party was not sincere enough. Extreme Sage Sect has made it clear that it is here to test. The elders of these 2 extremely holy sects seem to be in bad spirits, mainly because they didn't use all their souls, but just separated a strand of souls to support their bodies and came here. Long Jushao, your current situation is very bad. Only our extreme sacred sect can help you tide over the difficulties. An old man said, his tone was also very polite. Can you really represent the extreme sacred sect? Long Jushao sneered. I don't know who you are. We are all the elders of the supreme sacred sect, and when we came this time, we were also approved by the protector of the supreme sacred sect. An old man said, they all agree with our actions. Extreme sacred sect's protector status is extremely high, far above these elders. Then how do you want to talk? Long Jushao asked. There are many people in Yanhengyu, many of them are useless people, and many are born every day. You only need to provide a group of people to our extreme sacred sect every day, said the elder. How many people do you want? What do you want those people to do? Although Long Jushao asked, he already guessed what he was going to do. Give us 100,000 people every day, and our extreme sacred sect will protect Yanheng region from being invaded, said the old man. What do you want so many people for? Long Jushao sneered. Long Jushao, you are a smart person, so don't ask you knowingly. The old man said with a smile, you sacrifice 100,000 people every day in exchange for the stability of Yanhengyu. This is very worthwhile. Besides, we didn't specify what we wanted. People. Another old man continued, you can give us those who are about to die of old age. Anyway, they are all dying people. Before they die, it is very cost-effective to exchange for the peace of Yanheng territory. Obviously, the extreme sacred sect needs 100,000 people to take it back to eat every day. When Chen Shang and Long Jushao thought of this, they felt a little nauseous. They would never agree to such a thing. We won't agree, please go. Long Jushao pointed to the door. He didn't kill these 2 old men, just 2 clones, killing it was useless. Now it looks like the horned orcs are attacking you, but many forces are already watching. Once the horned orcs attack, you must be attacked by multiple enemies. You can't hold it for long. The old man shook his head. We are not afraid, Chen Shang said. By the way, do you extreme sacred sect also plan to attack Yanhengyu? There are thousands of big cities within Yanhengyu, forming a large formation with each other, and the protection is still very strong. Even the extraterrestrial forces do not dare to act rashly now, they are all waiting for the tentative results of the divine horned orcs. We must have food. The food we brought is limited. We thought that we could supplement it in the 10 worlds, but now. The old man's words were clear. In order for them to eat, they must attack Yanheng region. In that case, your extreme sacred sect also wants to capture our granary. Chen Shang said with a smile. If this is the case, then please prepare for the annihilation of the entire army. What a crazy kid, the 10 worlds have been stable for tens of thousands of years, and you have forgotten the fear that the horned beasts brought back then, haven't you? The old man chuckled. This is not what it used to be. Chen Shang said, I advise you to roll back wherever you came from while the weak point of the space is still there. Otherwise, when the space is strengthened, you will have nowhere to escape. For this group of cannibals, Chen Shang must kill him. The number of people coming to the sanctuary one after another will reach 300 million. You Yanheng, you less than 2 billion people, right? Even if you have 2 billion people, can you beat us? Our people in sanctuary, it's easy to hit 100 of you. Even if you have tens of billions, you can't beat us. The old man mocked. Goodbye. After Chen Shang finished speaking, he slapped the clone with a palm and slapped it into a ball of fire. The old man beside him was shocked. But he didn't see how strong Chen Shang was, and he didn't know that Chen Shang had already stepped into the Holy Land. It has always been good for you not to cut the enemy. The remaining old man, he was just a clone, so he was not afraid of being destroyed. You cannibals are just a clone, not the real deity. What kind of trick is it? Chen Shang looked at the old man, ready to take action, sneered, what else do you have to say? Say it quickly, and scare me. My extreme sacred sect has assembled a large army of 500,000 and will reach the north of Yanheng territory within 3 days. We will surely invade the Yanheng territory earlier than the divine horned beasts. The old man laughed and said, you are all ready, it's the meat of our mouth, ha ha ha. Roll. Chen Shang slapped the old man, and instantly blasted into flying ashes. After killing the old things of these two extreme sacred sects, Chen Shang smiled and said, this is also very good. We kill the divine horned beast race and then destroy the extreme sacred sect. This is even more scary. Master Shen, if you go to assassinate those two great kings now, will you scare away extreme sacred sect? Long Jushao smiled. He has probably seen Chen Zhang's strength just now. It is very powerful. He guessed that it might be the power of the most holy realm, so he felt more at ease. As long as they are in the 10 worlds, they will definitely not be able to escape. They ran all the way to the 10 worlds, and it is impossible for them to roll back to the sanctuary so quickly, and they can't afford to lose that face. Chen Shang said. Knowing that the extreme sacred sect was also attacking Yanheng territory, Chen Shang had to hurry up to assassinate the two great kings of the divine horned beast race. The news that the extreme sacred sect was approaching quickly came over, and Lina also sent news to Chen Shang, asking him to be more careful. Even Lan Qingtian and Ziyi knew that extreme sacred sect was going to attack Yanheng territory. At this moment, spies from the major forces in the outer world are gathering here, especially those in the cannibal camp. They all look forward to the Horned Beast tribe and the extreme holy sect to break through the defenses of the Yanheng territory, so that they can rush into the troubled waters to fish. Grab some people to store. At night, Chen Shang came to the outside of Yanheng territory, easily sneaked into the resident of the divine horned beast race, and quickly found the two great kings of the divine horned beast tribe, then killed them, and took the corpse back. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4091, The Lost Temple. The great kings of the two divine horned beast races are indeed very powerful, but after they came to the 10 great worlds, the cultivation base of the most holy realm could not be used at all, and the body and soul were far less powerful than Chen Shang. So when they faced Chen Shang, which was a face-to-face, they were brought down. Chen Zhang's current strength is almost invincible in the 10 worlds, and dealing with such a king is simply easy. What's more, he didn't need to catch something alive, he would kill him when he met, or stealthily assassinate, so it went smoothly. In the hall of the Dragon Gate of Jushao, Long Jushao was walking around here, restless. Because he was a little worried about Chen Shang, afraid that Chen Shang would never return. Back then, Long Jushao also fought those great kings, so he was still very clear about the strength of those great kings. Although Chen Shang is very strong and he has stepped into the most holy realm, it seems that those great kings have lived in the Holy Land for many years. Long Jushao hadn't waited long. He thought that Chen Shang would not receive news until dawn, but he didn't expect that it was still late at night when Chen Shang was back. What's the matter? Didn't find anyone? Long Jushao asked. Are these two? Chen Shang threw the bodies of the two great kings out of the 6 mirrors. Seeing these two people, Long Jushao shocked all over and looked extremely excited. That's great, it's the deity. Long Jushao exclaimed. Your kid is really amazing. You can take it so easily. Back then, I tried my best to beat a big king back. What a big deal. Chen Shang smiled. This kind of guys come and die. So what's next? Long Jushao asked. Next, hang up their bodies so that the outside forces can see clearly. Chen Shang said. Then look at the movement of the group of divine horns. The two great kings of the divine horned beast clan were killed, but now there is no leader in the group of dragons, and the strength of the two great kings is so strong, but now they suddenly turned into corpses and were hung up by the enemy. This will definitely make the army of the horned orc tribe upset. The divine horned beasts were stationed outside the Yanheng territory barrier, and made loud roars from time to time, which made the people in the Yanheng territory panic, just to crush the morale of the Yanheng territory. But now, if their leader is killed directly, their morale will definitely suffer a big blow. But what is certain is that they will not just run away like this. After all, the king has been killed, and they still have so many troops. If they just slip away, wouldn't they become the laughingstock of the sanctuary? Although the two great kings are gone, there are still many small and medium leaders in the divine horn orc army, and they can still control so many divine horn beasts. The two great kings were originally very big, and their outfits were very dazzling, and their looks were familiar to all forces. After all, they were one of the great kings of the divine horned beast race. So after being hung up, the spies of the major forces were all taken aback. The two corpses were hung at the entrance and exit of the enchantment south of Yanheng territory. The entrance and exit are now closed, blocked by transparent enchantment power. In the enchantment, the bodies of the two great kings were hung up. To the south is the place where the horned orcs are stationed, and horned orcs come here every day. Just after dawn, when they passed by here, they saw the great king who was high in their minds, being hung up like two dead dogs. This news immediately caused a sensation in the entire army of the horned orcs. It didn't take long for the news to spread all over the world. Shocked all the high-level leaders of the entire heavenly sanctuary. Even the high-level people on the other side of Zudian Hall and Wushan Temple knew the news. When Lena heard the news, she immediately contacted Chen Shang. She knew from her knees that it was Chen Shang, that is, Chen Shang could take the enemy leader overnight. After all, even her Lena, the God Thunder Lord from God's domain, was Chen Zhang's defeat, let alone the two little ***** kings. Within Yanhengyu, after learning the news, morale was immediately boosted, cheering and cheering. This hasn't officially started the war, the divine horned beasts killed two kings, and they were hung up in disgrace. You know, when the divine horned orcs invaded, none of the great kings died. It didn't take long before the two great kings were killed, so the people in Yanhengyu were more confident in Long Jushao. Chen Shang took out the talisman and went to contact Huang Jintian, wanting to ask about the situation of Aoshi Temple. However, he couldn't reach Huang Jintian. He could only ask Long Jushao to send someone to the temple of Aoshi. After all forces outside the sky believed that the soul of the universe was in the temple of Aoshi, so there would be some danger there. Long Jushao's spies are distributed throughout the world of Aoshi, especially now that the 10 worlds are merged, and coupled with the transmission talisman blessed by DZI, the transmission is more convenient, so he receives the news faster. The temple of Aoshi is gone. After Long Jushao heard the news, he immediately told Chen Shang. They are now in a secret room in the Dragon Gate of 9 Heavens, discussing the next move. And when he heard the news suddenly, Chen Shang couldn't sit still. What is missing? Chen Shang asked. It's that big temple of Crowd World, it's not there anymore. It wasn't destroyed, it disappeared overnight. Long Jushao frowned. What's the matter? I don't know, but the temple of Aoshi should be safe. The defense of that temple is very strong. Chen Shang thought for a while, suddenly relieved a lot. Since it's safe, then we don't have to worry about it for the time being. Long Jushao nodded. The horned beasts are still outside, they have no intention of withdrawing troops, that's great. Chen Shang said, I have carefully prepared a great gift for them. I don't seem to have to work hard anymore. Long Jushao laughed and said, if you are here, we will be talented. We are much easier. Not facing the battle head-on, but causing a lot of casualties to the divine horned beasts, this is sufficient deterrence. Uncle Long, you can't be idle, but you need to do your best next. Chen Shang laughed. I asked you to choose the elite, are you ready? You can play at any time. Long Jushao nodded. Don't worry, they just go out to harvest. Chen Zhang's eyes flashed with expectation. If his plan goes well, then the divine horned orcs can suffer heavy casualties, and maybe they can be taken away in one wave. At that time, the hundreds of thousands of troops of Extreme Saint sect who had just arrived from the north were so scared that they could not even crawl. Chen Shang received the information from Rina. Master, the palace of heavens sent someone over and took over the tens of millions of horned beasts. Reina said. Is it yours? Chen Shang asked. How much better is the guy in charge of taking over than the two big kings? It's not mine, it's an elder sent by another heavenly hall. Don't worry, it's not from God's domain, it's just an elder, not much better than those two great kings. Lena said. Hey, that's a shame, I thought it was from God's domain, it's boring. Chen Shang was really disappointed. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4092, Beast King. With Chen Zhang's current strength, if it hadn't come from God's domain, then it would not last long in front of him. Even from God's domain, he can at best have a few tricks. Chen Shang just wanted to try his strength after breaking through, so he had to meet a strong enemy from God's domain to be able to use it. Master, although you defeated me, it doesn't mean you can always defeat the people of God's domain. Reina said. In the other two temples, there are strong people from God's domain, and some may be better than me. Strong. In that case, as long as I clean up the group of divine horns and beasts outside, the two gods in the heavens will come forward, right? Chen Shang suddenly became excited. Lena was speechless, she just hoped that Chen Shang would be a little odd to the people of God's domain, but she didn't expect that Chen Shang would actually look forward to it. I'm not sure, Reina said. You will solve the problem before you. Now that the Temple of Heaven takes over so many divine horned orcs, it is difficult to deal with, so be careful. I will be very careful. Chen Shang smiled. Lena suddenly felt that sending this information to Chen Shang didn't help much, because Chen Shang was not afraid at all. Long Jushao, who was next to him, saw Chen Shang communicating with the talisman, and did not disturb him. After putting away the messenger, Chen Shang said, Uncle Long, the Hall of Heaven has taken over the group of divine horns outside. Ah, this is a big deal, the Hall of Heaven is still very strong. When Long Jushao heard it, he became a little worried. Don't worry, I'll go and see, who has been sent by the Hall of Heavens. Chen Shang said, I will take down the people sent by the Hall of Heavens as we approach the night, and then we will act tonight. What do we need to do? Long Jushao asked. If it goes well, you only need to go out of the city to harvest at that time. Chen Shang said. By the way, let your soldiers eat the poison pill first. Long Jushao understood that Chen Shang wanted to use poison on a large scale, and it was still a very terrifying ape demon dragon poison. In the sanctuary, there are some people who can withstand the poison of the ape dragon, but those people are powerful giants. And so many soldiers like the divine horned beast clan, they are not capable of resisting the poison of the ape demon dragon. Sure enough, not long after the news from Reina, the heavens announced in a high-profile manner that they would command the army of tens of millions of divine horned beasts. The Hall of Heaven sent an elder who was very famous and belonged to the divine horned beast. This elder's name is called the Horned Demon Elder, and the detailed information about him is from Lan Qingtian and Ziyi. The brothers and sisters also inquired about the existence of the other two temples of heaven. The halls of heaven where the Horned Demon Elders are mainly dominated by orcs, and the Hall of Heavens also has a Dharma leader called the Mad Beast Dharma. Regarding the strength of the Horned Demon Elder, Chen Shang didn't care about it. Lan Qingtian and Ziyi were both Horned Demon Elders, very terrifying, much stronger than the White Elder. Chen Shang had already left Yan Hengyu, and he soon came to the camp of the divine horned beasts. He was invisible, and he was like shopping in the camp. Because of the arrival of the Horned Demon Elders, other alien forces are still standing still. Especially the extreme sacred sect, they don't dare to mess around now, because the heavens are their superiors. If the Horned Demon Elders want to mobilize their extreme sacred sect, they can only obey orders. Nana, the Mad Beast King is strong, or are you strong? After learning of the existence of the Mad Beast King, Chen Shang immediately contacted Reina. He is stronger, better than me in all aspects. Reina said. Although he is only half of his soul, he is above me. Really? Chen Shang was a little excited. Master, it is the Horned Demon Elder commanding the army of the Horned Beast clan. Do you think of a way to deal with it? Reina asked. Of course it is to kill the Horned Demon Elder directly. Chen Shang smiled. Do you still need to think about this kind of thing? Reina was speechless, but she didn't say anything. With Chen Zhang's strength, a person from the sanctuary of the Elder Horn Killer was indeed like killing a chicken. In the camp of the Horned Beasts, there is a very luxurious palace released from the storage magic treasure. Obviously, that is the residence of the Horned Elder. The invisible Chen Shang came outside, and when his divine sense was released, he was blocked by the barrier of the palace. Chen Shang approached the palace, went around a few times outside, and found that there were divine horned orcs everywhere. They walked around and surrounded the entire palace, with no dead ends at all. Of course, this is not difficult for Chen Shang. He took out a Dao Yuanjing he had obtained before and threw it away. After the Dao Yuanjing landed, it was detonated by Chen Shang, and then a huge mushroom cloud was produced. At the same time, a raging fire wave broke out, and the air wave instantly flattened a large number of buildings. The horned elder in the palace naturally knew about such a big movement and flew out immediately. "It's Dao Yuanjing exploding," a voice shouted. "The explosion is very strong, but we can stop it." Not many people died. "Elder, that assassin is still in the camp." The horned elder is a middle-aged man with a giant sword on his feet and a golden red scaly armor on his body. He is very tall, nearly 3 meters tall. He stood proudly on that long sword, looked around, and then released his powerful spiritual consciousness. At this time, Chen Shang suddenly rushed up. The horned demon elder sensed it, and immediately dodged. However, Chen Zhang's speed was faster, and when Chen Shang rushed past, he instantly exploded a very powerful sense of consciousness. The soul of the horned demon elder received a very violent impact, and he, who was very powerful and mighty just now, showed fear on his face. At the moment when the horned demon elder's soul was attacked, Chen Shang had already flown over, and his fist directly penetrated the huge body of the horned demon elder, blasting a huge hole, and Dao Yuanjing was also caught by Chen Shang. The horned demon elder came here, so after his body was severely injured, it would be difficult to recover in a short time. The horned elder who instinctively wanted to escape for his life, before he had time to take a step, his head was blown by Chen Zhang's fist. Boom! Chen Shang immediately slapped another hand, directly smashing the body of the horned demon elder. When attacking, Chen Shang was not invisible, so many soldiers saw a masked man and killed the horned demon elder to the scum. This scene is even more shocking than the 2 great kings who died before. The horned demon elder, who was stronger and more noble than the king, died so frustrated that he didn't even leave his body. The 2 great kings, although they were hung up like dead dogs, anyhow their bodies were still hung there. Chen Shang left immediately after killing the horned demon elder. Next, he just waited for the beast king to appear. He wants to clean up the temples of heaven as soon as possible, and then go to the temple of Wushan, so that the situation in Aoshi Tiandi can be stabilized. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4093, Dragon Poison Purgatory. The extraterrestrial forces that enter the world of Aoshi, on the one hand are obedient to the temples of the heavens or the temples of the heavens, and on the other hand, they are trying to fight each other here. Not many people know about Aoshi Shinlu, only the highest level. The Aoshi Shinlu is in the Aoshi Temple, but the temple is now gone. Even Chen Shang didn't know where the Aoshi Temple went, but he was certain that the Aoshi Temple was still safe. Chen Shang had already obtained the Aoshi God Furnace. There was no God Furnace in the temple, but the temple suddenly disappeared, which made Chen Shang very puzzled. You can only figure out what is going on after you find the temple of Aoshi. When Chen Shang came back from the camp of the Horned Beast Tribe army, the news that the Horned Demon Elder was blown up had spread. This is too shocking. The Horned Demon Elder is so powerful, and it is still from the heavens, or in the center of the big army camp of the Horned Beasts, was actually killed by an assassin in public. The most amazing thing is that that person actually ran away at this moment. When Chen Shang left, he deliberately left a trail so that everyone could see that he was flying towards the Yanheng territory barrier. Therefore, the spies of the great alien forces knew that they were assassins from the Yanheng territory. This incident made those extraterrestrial forces a little skeptical of life, because in their eyes, the top 10 worlds could not produce powers of this level. Even a master from outside the sky may not be able to kill the Horned Elders so easily. Therefore, the senior leaders of the major forces have concluded that this assassin is not a native of the 10 worlds. On the other side of the halls of heaven, they are all very sure from the powerhouses from Wushan Temple. The Wushan Temple was also very confused. They had always thought that Yan Hengyu was secretly controlled by the heavens. Although they also had elders killed, they still doubted. Even when the army of the Horned Beasts was about to attack the Yanheng region, Wushan Shrine still thought it was acting. But when the 2 great kings were assassinated and the Horned Elders were killed, Wushan Temple woke up. They can now be sure that Yan Hengyu itself possesses a very powerful power, especially that powerful assassin can contend with their two powerful forces. For a long time, whether it is the Temple of the Heavens or the Temple of the Wushan Temple, they have looked down upon Yan Hengyu very much. They all think that the local forces of the 10 great heavens and earth, building a Yanheng territory, are just lingering. In their eyes, Long Jushao was not a big threat. Wushan Divine Palace finally knew that the one who killed their elders before was indeed Yan Hengyu's own power, and there was no help from the heavens. But now, instead, it is the temples of heaven, who mistakenly believes that the Temple of Wushan is helping in secret. The halls of heaven and Wushan Temple, which had been armistice before, are now about to fight again. It is impossible for Wushan Temple to explain it. The more they explain now, the more they convince the heavens. What they can do now is to wait for the temples of heaven to find them for war. Chen Shang was in the Dragon Gate of 9 Heavens, with a large group of apes and dragon servants. He collected a large amount of venom and blood. A long time ago, Chen Shang had allowed the ape demon dragon servant to store a large amount of venom and blood. The amount of venom and blood they have handed over to Chen Shang is very much, and it is the result of many days that they have stored. After Chen Shang took away the poisonous blood, he felt very satisfied, praised them, and then gave them some spirit-enhancing pills. Even outside the sky, there is a great need for a pill that enhances the soul. This pill is particularly rare, so the ape demon dragon servant is very excited after getting this pill. Chen Shang was able to easily refine this level of pill because of the proud furnace. You know, the ape demon dragon servant are all from the sanctuary, and the pill of the soul type they recognize is very rare in the sanctuary. This kind of pill refined by Baihua Tiandi is only suitable for the people of the top 10 worlds at this stage. In the eyes of the people of sanctuary, those pills are useless. After Chen Shang received a large amount of poisonous blood and venom, he waited for the next step in the heavens. He was waiting for the Beast King. In his expectation, the Mad Beast King should come over, and then he will kill the Mad Beast King in front of the Horned Beast army. After the Mad Beast King is killed, the army of the Horned Beasts will definitely be frightened. At this time, if you use poison to attack, you can crush them. However, Chen Shang waited for a long time, and at night, the Mad Beast King did not come. He can only contact Rina. Nana, why didn't the King of Beasts come? Chen Shang said, I blown the Horned Devil Elder to a blast. Isn't he unresponsive? By the way, does he have any saints or something? I have to send one over. They think Wushan Shrine is helping Yan Hengyu, so they are now looking for trouble with Wushan Shrine. Rain aside, no accident, we won't be long before we will go to war with Wushan Shrine. It turned out to be the case, then I will get rid of the Divine Horned Beast race now. Chen Shang didn't expect this to happen, but it's not a bad thing for him. The Palace of Heavens and the Temple of Wushan were both defeated, which was what he wanted to see most. Be careful of everything, Reina exhorted. Night. Chen Shang informed Long Jushao and asked him to summon the 3,000 elites and prepare to act. At that time, Long Jushao will lead the team, and Long Jushao will also participate in the battle. Long Jushao also didn't know Chen Zhang's specific plan, only knew that Chen Shang would use Ape Devil Dragon poison, and that Ape Devil Dragon might also participate in the battle. Tonight, let these horned beasts feel what despair is. Chen Shang was standing high above the 6 magic mirrors. The 6 divine mirrors slowly swirled, gathering a lot of clouds and mist. The dark night sky, now covered with dark clouds, thunder and lightning, is brewing a terrible rainstorm. Under the urging of the little sister, the 6 magic mirrors absorbed the energy of the DZI beads, and then released a large amount of water vapor, which condensed in the high altitude and enveloped the horned beasts below. The clouds are thick, almost done. Chen Shang looked at it, and this condensed rain cloud could completely envelop the army of divine horns, and it would go down for a long time. The 6 divine mirrors swiftly swirled suddenly, releasing a large amount of the poisonous blood and venom of the ape demon dragon collected by Chen Shang, and injected them all into the rain clouds. You know, Yuan Malong poison is only a very weak poison gas, which can cause people to quickly poison to death. Not to mention the poisonous blood and various venoms of the demon ape dragon, if it is diluted into the clouds and rain and then falls, it is a very terrible rain of the demon ape dragon. At this moment, the divine horns and beasts are still fantasizing that the heavens will send a big man, and then lead them into the Yanheng territory, and then they will be able to eat a large number of people and have a beautiful meal. Shattering. The downpour came suddenly, accompanied by lightning and thunder. In just a moment, in the camp below, countless horned orcs made all kinds of scary and screams, like purgatory on earth. World-defying Dan God Chapter 4094, Shocking Move. This terrifying violent poisonous rain did not last very long, and it quickly stopped. The most terrifying thing is that the screams of so many horned orcs, and how long they last, are faster than this poisonous rain stops. This means that a large number of horned orcs have lost their combat effectiveness, and they are all poisoned. Chen Shang looked down from high in the sky, then let the 6 magic mirrors run, and began to swallow a large number of dead souls. Long Jushao took the 3,000 elite dragon fighters he carefully selected, all of them are powerful dragons. Although they are now in human form, they can still feel their powerful dragon power. They followed Long Jushao and knew that they were going to enter the enemy army. Long Jushao didn't even talk to them too much, but they all thought that this battle would undoubtedly die. These 3,000 dragon warriors all know the divine horned orcs. If the number of them is equal, they will definitely win the battle. But now they want 3,000 to enter the 1,000 enemy army. Even if they transform into a giant dragon, it will not last long. Long Jushao also said to them that nothing would happen, it was just a surprise attack, but they didn't think so. Even if it was a surprise attack, it was very likely that there would be no return. They are dragons and can fly. They are also suspended in the air at this moment, so they all witnessed the heavy rain and heard the screams of the 1,000 horned orcs. After the heavy rain, even though it was night, with the moonlight and shining starlight, plus their dragon eyes, you could see the situation of the camp clearly. Even if it is a dragon, even an elite who has experienced many battles, even if they have a strong heart, when they see the camp of the Horned Beast clan, endless fear fills their hearts. That's horrible. The 1,000 divine horned beasts, at this moment, are huge in size, turning into their divine horned beasts, all several meters high, like giants. But their bodies were bleeding and swelling, and pieces of flesh melted and shattered. The whole camp is full of poisonous stench, foul smelly flesh and blood, as if forming a huge quagmire. There are also many dead and poisoned horned orcs who are struggling in this quagmire of flesh and blood. These dragon warriors all saw their scalp numb and sweaty back. Even Long Jushao's pupils shrank and felt extremely shocked. The bodies of the dragon warriors were a little trembling. What kind of power was this, so that the army of thousands of divine horns was so disintegrated? This is not a breakdown, but an annihilation of the entire army. They finally understand now, why they have to take the antitoxin pills and bring so many antitoxin pills to avoid poisoning. Your Majesty Longdi, just now, was it that rain? A Qing asked in a low voice. Yes. Long Jushao nodded. He knew that Chen Shang had collected a large amount of the venom blood of the ascending demon dragon servant. It rained suddenly just now, just adding a lot of venom and blood. Then what are we going to do now? A middle asked. The divine horned orcs who harvest the remnants, those guys have a bit of strength, so they can survive, and then clean up here. After all, it is at our door, can't be so dirty and smelly. Long Jushao said. Chen Shang also said before, let him take people to harvest or something, but now it seems that there is no need for much fierce fighting. Afterwards, Long Jushao and 3,000 dragon warriors all turned into giant dragons, and the violent dragon flame swept across the camp. Then another dragon sprayed a lot of water to rinse. After dawn, the corpse of the divine horned orc was no longer visible. The entire camp was burned by intense dragon flames all night, and finally was washed by a lot of water. Even so, the land is blackened. In order to prevent others from entering by mistake, Long Jushao will delimit this area as a restricted area in the future, and there will still be a lot of ape demon dragon poison asterisk. Not as a last resort, Chen Shang did not want to use this method. After all, it would pollute the land for a long time. He could only ask Mulin, the poisonous demon race, to see if there was a way to clean it out thoroughly. After daybreak, Long Jushao returned with 3,000 dragon fighters. Although it was considered a big victory and annihilated the entire army of horned orcs, the 3,000 dragon fighters couldn't get excited. The main reason was that they were too shocked and too scared. They knew very well that this was not done by them, nor by their 9 heavens dragon emperor. Who was this person? And it's still poison. You know, there are a lot of spies from extraterrestrial forces near the camp, and they are also involved in the poisonous rain. The poisonous mist splashed by the poisonous rain killed most of the spies. However, there is still a small amount of time for spies from outside forces to avoid, because they are far away from the camp of the divine horned beast race. Most of the spies were well informed, and they all immediately judged that it was highly poisonous, and didn't know that it was ape and dragon poison. They witnessed the whole process, but they were all frightened. When they saw the dragon warrior come out, they ran as far as they could, and they never even wanted to come to this place. It's terrible, terrible. The surviving spies all sent back a very positive news that the entire army of the divine horn orcs was destroyed and killed by a poisonous rain. After daybreak, all the major extraterrestrial forces sent more professional spies to check on the scene. After many studies, it was quickly determined that it was the poison of the monkey dragon. The 1,000 army of divine horned orcs was annihilated, and this news also exploded in Yanheng domain. Everyone thought it was Long Jushao who did it, because last night they did see a large number of giant dragons flying around in the Yanheng territory, and the dragon roars constantly, spewing dragon flames and lighting up half of the sky. Regarding the poison rain, they are not quite clear. Only a few people know that the most critical poisonous rain was planted by Chen Shang. Xiao Shonglin and Lu Munger from Bayawadiandi were also shocked by the incident. They also knew that Chen Shang was very capable, but they didn't expect to annihilate the army of 1,000 divine horned orcs overnight. When they are in the world of flowers, facing such a little bit of horned orcs, they will be beaten to death, and the entire 10 worlds are even more deadly and injured. Now, as soon as Chen Shang takes a shot, the army of thousands will be destroyed. Reina couldn't sit still, and Mulin, who had reported the news to her, shivered even more. Master, Lord, he has been superb with poison, that kind of poison, he should have practiced it, and I don't know how he practiced it. Mulin is a poison devourer, he knows the poison very well. How terrible the rain is. Even if all the elders of their poison-devouring demons make a move, it takes a long time to prepare. Otherwise, he won't become our lord. Reina waved her hand and said, next, it depends on what decision the Heavenly Hall makes, whether to fight Yan Hengyu. Chen Shang is the biggest winner, because he has gained 1,000 souls, which are all high-quality souls from Sanctuary. In this way, he can refine the pill that strengthens the soul, and then help others restore the memory of him. He is now looking for Yan Zilin to help Yan Zilin restore her memory. The Wushan temple in the halls of heaven, which were about to be opened, calmed down at this moment, and they realized that the Yanheng region was getting more and more terrifying. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4095, Holy Soul Pill. The Hall of Heavens finally believed in Wushan temple, and they did not secretly help Yan Hengyu. Because even Wushan Divine Palace could not destroy the army of divine horned orcs in such a short period of time. The Palace of Heaven is naturally very clear about the strength of the old opponent of Wushan Temple. If Wushan Temple really has this ability, then their heavenly halls would not be so comfortable at all. Therefore, these two forces immediately ceased the war. What they have to do now is to collect enough intelligence to understand the situation of Yanheng domain in depth. After Chen Shang collected a large number of high-quality souls, he immediately began to refine the alchemy, adding a large number of DZI, and cooperating with the Aoshi Shen furnace to refine, can quickly refine the Holy Soul Pill. Chen Shang didn't know what the Holy Soul Pill was. The group of demon servants told him what they said was in the sanctuary. This kind of Holy Soul Pill was very rare, and its quality was so high. The ape demon servant was not very clear about the refining of the Holy Soul Pill, they only knew it was very rare. Chen Shang wanted to know the resources and time required to refine a sacred soul pill, so he would probably know how rare it is. What made him feel strange was that he asked Lan Qingtian and Ziyi, their brother and sister didn't know the specific situation, and the Holy Soul Pill they got was from Wushan Divine Palace. Then he went to ask Lena again. Lena didn't know how to make alchemy. Of course she didn't know, not to mention that she was from God's domain, but she had also heard of Holy Soul Pill. Chen Shang was more surprised, because Lei Na said that the Holy Soul Pill was also useful to her, but she came from God's domain and eating the sanctuary pill was useful, indicating that the Holy Soul Pill was really rare. He had acquired a lot of souls before, and there were also many leaders of the sanctuary, but from the memory of the souls, he did not find out how the Holy Soul Pill came from. Therefore, he suspected that the detailed information of the Holy Soul Pill should be in the hands of the high levels of the Heavenly Hall in Wushan Divine Palace, and it was still top secret for them. Reina said that the resources held by these two powers have made many people very yearning. Therefore, there are many outstanding talents who have joined the two powers, and they are all for their unique medicine or resources. Chen Shang refined 2 Holy Soul Pills, and then went to find Yan Zilin. Today, only Yan Zilin is still in Spark City in Yanheng Domain. She is still taking care of the business here, collecting a lot of spar and various medicinal materials, and transporting them to Baihuatiandi. Feng Rushui had already gone to Baihuatiandi for a long time, and her snow phoenix was still very strong. If there was an offensive from the Horned Beast clan or the alien forces, with her help, Baihuatiandi could be much easier. Yan Zilin had never heard of the Holy Soul Pill, but she knew that the pill that could cultivate souls must be very valuable. Chen Shang asked her to take time to cultivate, and if her spirit improved, she would contact him immediately. As long as Yan Zilin's soul reaches a certain level, Chen Shang can immediately help her restore her memory. Chen Shang left Yan Zilin and went to find Long Jushao. When Long Jushao saw Chen Shang, he smiled heartily. "You kid is really scary. I've seen big winds and waves, and I was almost scared to death. Uncle Long, I won't be so scary in the future. Seriously, even I am a little scared myself." Chen Shang laughed. He didn't look scared at all right now. Long Jushao suspected that Chen Shang might still use this trick to deal with the enemy in the future. "I think it won't be long before the Heavens Palace and Wushan Divine Palace will send people to contact me," Long Jushao said. "I don't see them, but you can send someone to tell them to get them back to the sanctuary as soon as possible," Chen Shang said. "By the way, are the hundreds of thousands of melon skins of the Extreme Saint sect still in the north now? It's a pity that they all ran away." Long Jushao stretched out his hands helplessly, and smiled. "It seems that not many forces now dare to come to Yanhengyu to shout. These guys are running really fast. Can't just let them go," Chen Shang said. "When they all run back to the Extreme Sacred Sect, we will beat them again." "Oh, how do you beat it?" Long Jushao asked. "After they go back, you will find a way to inform them and ask them to send 5 billion DZI beads over. If they don't have DZI beads, they will be ready to perish." Chen Shang laughed and said, "Scare them first." 10,000 horned beasts were killed, and 2 great kings and 1 horned demon elder died. But now, neither the horned beasts nor the heavens have any countermeasures. If Extreme Sacred Sect faced this threat, he might actually kneel down and send G beads over. This is only Chen Zhang's temptation to Extreme Sacred Sect. If Extreme Sacred Sect kneels, then other small and medium-sized alien forces can really get out. Long Jushao nodded and went to plan immediately. Chen Shang had planned to refine more blood and venom, but Lena received urgent news. "Master, come here, the Mad Beast King has come to me, and I am worried that he will see something, and I can't beat him." Reina said, "If he finds out between me and you, this trouble. I'll be over right away." Chen Shang had long wanted to find the Mad Beast King. He had thought that if so many big things had happened, the Mad Beast King would immediately come to find something outside Yanhengyu. But after so long, this Mad Beast King did not take any action, which made Chen Shang very disappointed. But now the Mad Beast King went to find his little maid, he would naturally meet this Mad Beast King in the past. Chen Zhang's 6 magic mirrors flew fast in the air, and another news came from Rina. "Master, I have a very important news. The temple of Aoshi suddenly disappeared in its original place." Reina said, "The god of Aoshi furnace is hidden in the temple of Aoshi, this is troublesome. I knew it a long time ago, and I am also looking for the temple of Proud World." Chen Shang said. "The temple of Aoshi may be in the sanctuary." Lei Na said, "There is news from the temple of heaven over the sanctuary, let us make sure that the temple of Aoshi Tiandi is still there." The temple went to the sanctuary. Chen Shang was very surprised, he thought the temple was still in the world of pride. "Come here first, if the temple of Aoshi is not here, then the temples of heaven and the temple of Wu Tian will withdraw to the sanctuary." Reina said, "Our main goal is to find the god of Aoshi. Really, I can't let them run away." Chen Shang said, "They must be left in Aoshi Tiandi." Chen Shang wants to collect a large number of high-quality souls, and this group of alien invaders is his best target for collecting souls. Lena thought that Chen Shang would be happy, after all, these 2 forces had run away, and other alien forces would be easy to deal with. However, Chen Shang felt sorry for this, and did not want the 2 forces to run away. Chen Shang suddenly had a plan in his heart, that is, he tried a way to expose the Aoshi Shenlu, so that the 2 major forces would continue to stay in Aoshi Tiandi and kill him. "Damn, the Mad Beast King is here, I don't know what this beast is doing. Master, come here quickly, I don't want to lose this body," Reina urged. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4096, Fate. Chen Shang, who rushed to the hidden capital, felt a little funny when he heard Reina's hasty cry for help. Reina's strength is not weak, even if she can't beat the Mad Beast King, she won't be scared to death. Besides, if she can't beat others, she can run. So caring about his own body, there is no need to fight against the Beast King, just deal with him. Chen Shang saw Reina's thoughts at once, she was going to use Chen Zhang's hand to kill the Beast King. Nana, if you are afraid, you can hide. Chen Shang was not in a hurry. No, I have to guard the hidden empire, and cannot be swallowed by the Beast King. Reina resolutely said, Master, the hidden empire is very useful to you, as long as my affairs with you are not revealed, I can control the hidden empire to help you control the world of pride. She also made a lot of sense, and it was entirely in Chen Zhang's interests. If I don't have time to arrive, you don't have to hang on. It's important to protect yourself. The hidden empire is lost, and the impact on me is actually not great. Chen Shang said leisurely. With the deterrent power of Yan Hengyu now, Wushan Divine Palace and all heaven halls did not dare to attack recklessly, so Chen Shang did not really need the power of the hidden empire. Master, as long as I control these extraterrestrial forces in the hidden empire, I can weaken the power of the heavens. Reina said with a firm tone, even if I die, I must defend the hidden empire. I will help my master to lay down the world of pride. Quote. Chen Shang could test it out with a few words, and Reina really hoped that he would pass, so that he could get rid of the Mad Beast King. Reina thought that with Chen Shang, she would surely be able to kill the Mad Beast King. As for the consequences, it has nothing to do with her. Therefore, Chen Shang guessed that Reina and the Beast King had a deep hatred. That way, you must hold on, I am rushing over as fast as possible. Chen Shang said. He really speeded up. He was going to see how deep the hatred this little maid and the Beast King had. Reina had told him before that the Mad Beast King had divided half of his souls into the world, not all of the souls. If this half of the soul was killed, then the other half of the souls of the Beast King in God's domain might know this. Therefore, there is a great risk for Lena to fight against the Beast King. Once the heavens know about it, they will definitely be chased and killed by the heavens. The hidden empire is still filled with fog. When Chen Shang entered the foggy area, Reina sent a message to Chen Shang, saying that the Mad Beast King had arrived in the heavens in the hidden capital. And Reina is delaying time, trying not to have a head-on conflict with the Beast King. In the hall of Heaven, Lena met with the Mad Beast King, and Lena opened the messenger to pass their conversation to Chen Shang at any time. Sitting on the swiftly flying Six Gods mirror, Chen Shang holding the messenger talisman, he could hear the conversation between Reina and the Beast King in real time. The Lord God thunder, now the 10 worlds are combined into one heaven and earth, and the whole world is the world of pride. Although your temples of heaven have always been in the world of pride, you should be very clear about your status. The voice of the king of wild beasts is very rough, the tone is very unfriendly. No matter what, I will definitely obey the highest order. Reina said, I don't know what the highest order the heavens have now. Lena understood very well, she only listened to the dispatch from the gods, realm halls of heaven, and she would do whatever she asked. The highest order comes from the realm of God, and the information is passed back and forth, and it takes time to make a decision, so the response is very slow. However, the situation in the world of Proud World is ever-changing, and the highest order is too slow, which is very detrimental to us. The tone of the Mad Beast King was much more relaxed. After all, he also had to listen to the highest order, and Reina used this to suppress him. You don't need to be circumspect, what's your intention today, just say it. Reina said. In order to cope with the changes in the situation in Aoshitiandi. I hope you can fully cooperate with me. Only in this way can we control the entire Aoshitiandi. The Mad Beast King said. You don't have to wait for the highest instructions from the heavens and directly listen to me. There is news from the sanctuary that the temple of Aoshi may appear in the sanctuary. We came to the world of Aoshi, isn't it for the furnace of the temple of Aoshi? Reina said. Then we will leave here soon. You are not a core member, so you don't know. When the Mad Beast King said, he paused. This proud universe has a pair of life souls. God Furnace is only one of them, and there is the strongest life soul hidden in the proud world. Is this true? Reina asked in surprise, she was really surprised. After the 10 heavens and earth are completely merged, there will be a vision, that is when the second soul of the Aoshi universe appears. The Beast King said, originally, the highest level of the heavens predicted the 10 heavens and the earth will merge years later, but now it appears so fast. Chen Shang was also very surprised. He did not expect that the second universe fate soul would have to wait for the 10 worlds to merge, and then wait for that vision to appear. The 3 halls of heaven, you and me, and the ***** of fire, can you be competent for this kind of task? Reina calmed down and said, there must be a strong force on the side of Wushan Temple, right? Shenhe La King doesn't know about the fate of the second universe, but he has promised to listen to me. Said the Mad Beast La King. I can listen to you, but I still have to wait for the highest order of the heavens. I will wait for a day or 2 at most, can't you wait? Reina said. You must cooperate with me today. The tone of the Mad Beast King suddenly became very cold, and he said solemnly, the King of Thunder, you are not my opponent. I see, you want to swallow the fate of the second universe, don't you? Reina sneered. Chen Shang felt so too, because the Beast King wanted to act alone. After all, the temptation of the second universe fate soul was too great. At this moment, Reina exclaimed. Chen Shang could only hear the sound through the messenger, and he didn't know why Reina screamed. Why do you have the power of the God Fire King? Reina said in horror. You swallowed him. You and Shenhe Karmapa came here with full souls. Isn't this the one who gave me food? The Mad Beast Karmapa laughed. As long as I consume you, I will be the strongest ruler of Aushitnd. Reina was terrified and could only rush out of the heavens. What shocked her was that after she rushed out, she saw that the entire hidden capital city was razed to the ground, and only the heavens were still intact. This shows that the Mad Beast King still has a strong helper. He used a powerful force outside to flatten the entire hidden capital. With Reina's current strength, she is not an opponent at all. The Mad Beast King does not need the power of the entire hidden empire, what he wants is the soul of Reina. If he swallows Reina's soul, he can become stronger, and he can seize the second soul of the proud universe. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4097, The King Kills. Reina was already struggling enough to face a Beast King, not to mention another powerful helper. She also said before that she would hold the hidden capital city and help Chen Shang control the entire world of pride. But now the entire hidden capital is gone, and she doesn't know how to face the master Chen Shang. After all, her value has become much lower. Reina can only run away desperately now. If she can't escape, her body is very likely to be destroyed. Fortunately, Mulin, a powerful helper, had already been sent out by her. As for the elder Bai and his grandson brothers, they might have been more fierce than auspicious, maybe they have all died with the destruction of the entire hidden capital. What's going on with you? Chen Shang kept sending messages to Reina. The Mad Beast King has already begun to do it, and Chen Shang knew that with Reina's strength, it would not last long. He is also more worried about Reina. After all, the living Reina is of great use to him. Although Reina couldn't beat the Mad Beast King, her strength was considered very strong in Aushitnd. As long as she eliminated the Mad Beast King, Reina would be the strongest in Aushitnd and could help Chen Shang to do many things. Master, that guy wants to devour my soul, and he has a very powerful helper. Reina said, I guess his helper comes from God's domain, and his strength is not below me. Chen Shang immediately set a direction and let Reina run towards him. Reina also took a flying magic weapon and flew in the direction of Chen Shang. The Mad Beast King can only chase after him. He thought that Reina would fight him head-on, but he didn't expect that the first reaction was to escape. If Reina runs away, it's not easy to chase after her. The Palace of Heaven has also been taken over by the people brought by the Mad Beast King. After all, the strength of the Mad Beast King is there, and there are a group of powerful subordinates who are unwilling to be taken over. That is death. The Mad Beast King, with a mysterious helper, chased after Reina. Crazy beast, didn't you say that this woman is very good at winning? The mysterious helper was like a group of dark shadows, making a ghastly sound beside the flying magic weapon of the Beast King. If in the past, she would definitely fight me. She hated me deeply. After all, I killed her sister. Mad Beast La King looked forward coldly. Even just now, I can feel her hate me deeply. Is she scared away? The mysterious helper asked. Faced with my chase, she can't run away. So she can only fight to the death. She is running away suddenly, which really surprised me. This is not her usual character. The Mad Beast King said. She is willing to be killed. Transferred to Aushitnd, and all the souls are here, just to find a chance to find me revenge. She shouldn't run. Will she set a trap, or collude with the people of Wushan Shrine to deal with us? The mysterious helper exclaimed. Brazy beast, let's be more cautious. Wu Tian Divine Palace. They can only fight with us unless they come to 3 people with the same strength as us. To win us, they must be at least 4 or 5 talents. The Mad Beast Law King said very confidently. You are now fully integrated with the soul of the Sage Fire Lord. How much of the soul power of the Sage Fire Lord can you use? The mysterious helper was a little suspicious. You don't have to question me. As long as you cooperate with me, if you are afraid, you can choose to go. Mad Beast Law King looked fearless. Lena flees to Chen Shang frantically, and Chen Shang is also speeding up to catch up with Lena, and the Mad Beast King is also desperately chasing Lena. Chen Zhang's mood is the same as that of the Mad Beast King, very excited. The reason why he was excited was that he could meet an opponent, and the Mad Beast King swallowed the God Fire King, and his strength would definitely increase sharply, far surpassing the previous Rena. The reason for the excitement of the Mad Beast King was that he believed that he could successfully take down Rena and swallow Rena's soul, and then he would be able to dominate the entire world of Pride. You know, the powerful souls from God's realm need to pay a great price after entering the world of Aoshi, and they are all injured in a short time. When the Wild Beast King swallowed the Shenhe King, his soul recovered very quickly. Even for those powerhouses from God's domain in Wushan Temple, their souls were slowly recovering. So he can use his invincible time in Aoshi Tiandi to fight for the fate of the second universe. Reina still cherishes herself very much. If it were before, she would really fight the Mad Beast King to avenge her sister. But now she has the master Chen Shang, and she believes that Chen Shang, as her master, has the responsibility to protect her little maid. So she didn't want to sacrifice herself. As long as she could successfully meet Chen Shang, the Mad Beast King couldn't kill her. Even if Chen Shang couldn't kill the Mad Beast King, he would definitely be able to save her. This is the subtle change in her psychology after she became Chen Zhang's servant. The soul contract that Chen Shang signed with these servants would have given them a strong sense of security and trust. So in the face of crisis, these slaves are very dependent on their masters. Reina's flying magic weapon is very fast, but the Magic King of the Beast is faster. In God's domain, the Mad Beast Law King was far higher than Reina in terms of status, connections and resources. Therefore, the equipment of the Mad Beast King is naturally much better than hers, especially the kind of soul-sweeping method, which Lena has never touched. Only the highest level of the heavens can master this method. Reina realized that this Mad Beast King might have another higher level identity. The temples of the heavens are very huge, and the temples of the heavens in the arrogant universe ***** realm are nothing, so the power levels within the temples of the heavens are extremely complicated. Bitch, you can't run away. The Mad Beast Law King slapped his face in front of him and shot a fire. The speed of the fire is extremely fast, and it has astral power. The Mad Beast King used the soul warfare, and it was a fire attribute. Obviously he had swallowed the soul of the **** Fire King before, so that he could have such a strong fire soul power. A fierce fire came from behind, and Reina could only turn into lightning and fly through the air, giving up the magic weapon of flying. Look at when she can run. Mad Beast Law King sneered. She won't last long. Her speed is indeed very fast, we definitely can't catch up, but she turned into a thunder and lightning to escape. She must leave obvious traces along the way, and the consumption is huge, we will eventually pass. The mysterious helper beside the Mad Beast Lord Low soundtrack. That's it, want to find me revenge? She's narrowing down, the Mad Beast Law King laughed. Sure enough, it didn't take long for Reina to fly, but because of the huge consumption, she had to transform into a human form. Then he planned to use his remaining power to fight against the Beast King, delaying time to wait for Chen Shang to arrive. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4098, Demon Soul. Facing the Mad Beast King, Reina didn't fight head-on, but hid to delay time. If she directly fights the Mad Beast King, she simply can't hold up a few moves. If it were the former Mad Beast King, she would still be able to resist for a while, but the current Mad Beast King swallows the soul of another king, and there is a mysterious helper. Reina must be extremely careful. The Mad Beast King seemed to be mad at the moment, and his soul could transform into different beasts, carrying a flame full of destruction and attacking Reina frantically. His mysterious helper did not participate, because with the temperament of the Beast King, he had to take down Reina alone. When they were fighting, the surrounding dense fog was blown away, exposing a large area that was very empty and not covered by dense fog. Before Chen Shang entered their combat area, He had already sensed that two powerful soul fluctuations were colliding. For the powerful from God's domain like the King of Fa, when they fight, they are all collisions of soul power. Chen Shang could easily perceive it with his spiritual sense, so he immediately slowed down and made sure that he and the 6 magic mirrors were invisible before flying to the front fighting area at a moderate speed. After approaching, Chen Shang did not immediately notify Rina. He wants to see the battlefield clearly now, because he learned from the news from Rina that the Mad Beast King has a helper. Not long after, Chen Shang saw a mass of black things, which looked like a mass of black air, but after a closer look, it turned out to be like a shadow, like a piece of black paper floating there. This shadow will be affected by the aftermath of the battle and fluctuate. What is this? Chen Shang was very curious about this. The only thing he could be sure of was that the shadow was very strong. Shadow did not find Chen Shang. After all, there were 2 strong soul collision fluctuations at the scene, and the divine consciousness that Chen Shang was exploring everywhere was covered up. This guy is the helper of the Mad Beast King. What kind of ability does he have? How strong is he? Chen Shang was full of curiosity, and then looked at Rina. Although Rina was suppressed, she was not immediately defeated. She turned into a thunder and lightning, so fast, it was a bit difficult for the Mad Beast King to hit her, and she could only be exhausted. Chen Shang saw that Lina could cope with it, and did not immediately make a move, but he also gave Lina a little confidence. Nana, I saw the helper of the Mad Beast King. It looks like a shadow. Chen Shang secretly transmitted to Lena, do you know what that guy is? Looks like a shadow. Can you see that thing? Damn Mad Beast King, he actually brought such a terrible thing. Reina was shocked and responded. She should have been happy when Chen Shang came, but when she learned that something like the shadow existed, she couldn't be happy, and she felt scared. What's wrong? Can't you see it? Chen Shang asked. That thing is called the ghost spirit. Only those who live with the ghost spirit can see it. Master, how did you see the ghost spirit? Rina still didn't believe this, and said, if it really is the ghost spirit, then, we are dangerous. How strong is that stuff? Chen Shang asked. The hidden capital city was killed by that thing. And he destroyed the entire hidden capital city in a very short time. Do you know how powerful that thing is? The demon Shadow Divine Soul is willing to sign a contract with the Mad Beast King for symbiosis, which means that the demon Shadow Divine Soul is at least as strong as the Big Beast King. Reina said in horror. Chen Shang became more and more interested. The demon Shadow and Soul was something other people couldn't see. Isn't it a perfect thing for Yin people? Yes, Chen Shang developed a sense of possession, although he didn't know if he could take it as his own, but he had to try. For example, if you kill the Mad Beast King, the demon Shadow Spirit may belong to him. Nana, how much do you know about demon Shadow Spirit? Can I conquer that stuff? Chen Shang asked with some excitement. Lina wanted to beat Chen Shang violently. When was the time? She still had this thought. I don't know much about demon shadows and souls. I have only seen this stuff in very old books, and I don't understand the specifics. I can be sure now that the Mad Beast Lord has a background, otherwise he can't have the soul-devouring Fa, let alone possess the demon soul. Reina replied, Master, you take me to escape, don't think so much. Lina might not know that Chen Shang came here excitedly, just to test how strong she is after stepping into the most holy realm. Knowing that Chen Shang has this kind of psychology, she must be cursing. After Chen Shang stepped into the most holy realm, his understanding of the use of souls has also deepened, especially when using the soul warfare technique. He just doesn't have much time, otherwise he will put the various magical arts he has mastered into the profound meaning of the soul warfare to use, and can also achieve the effect of the soul warfare, and can fight with a powerful soul. Just now, Chen Shang was not only observing the demon Shadow Divine Soul, but also paying close attention to the Mad Beast King. He discovered that the Mad Beast King can transform all kinds of beasts, but it can't transform into such powerful beasts as dragons, phoenixes, vermilion birds, white tigers, etc. It shows that the Mad Beast King should not be able to transform into a divine beast, then the divine beast may be able to restrain him. Nana, I'll help you. Chen Shang finally made a move and suddenly appeared in front of Rina. At this moment, the Mad Beast King turned into a huge flaming lion, and he just flew over to slap Rina with his paw. Chen Shang appeared in front of Lina, directly using the power of his soul to unleash the Azure Dragon Claw. A huge and mighty dragon claw appeared, shook out a wave of violent dragon power, and grabbed the lion claw of the Beast King. The Mad Beast King was shocked. The Azure Dragon Claw appeared, The momentum was as terrible as the Azure Dragon, and the dragon's power seemed to be exactly the same as the Azure Dragon. However, the Beast King can be very sure that the person in front of him is indeed a person. Use the power of Qinglong alone. How can that be? Also, who is this person? Sent from Wushan Shrine. But Wushan Shrine, there is no such person. The Mad Beast King is full of questions at this moment. Chen Shang didn't wear a mask. Although he looked like a teenager, he was a lot older than before. His handsome face was a little green, and he looked like a slightly mature teenager. Rena also transformed into a human form, and fell on Chen Zhang's 6 magic mirrors, and she finally took a sigh of relief. But she was shocked when she saw Chen Zhang's move to stop the Beast King. Because now Chen Shang is much better than when he played against her before. Who are you? The Mad Beast Law King yelled angrily, his paws still being caught by Chen Shang. Chen Shang noticed that the ghost and soul had already floated over, and he didn't know what to do. He pretended that he didn't see Demon Shadow Spirit, otherwise the other party would be wary. The Demon Shadow Soul was also very surprised. After he floated over, he said, "Brazy Beast, I was very alert to the surrounding situation just now." This person suddenly appeared. Chen Shang heard what he said, but Rena heard nothing. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4099, Beast. The Shadow of the Ghost and the Beast King. I don't know that Chen Shang can hear it, because even in the realm, other people can't hear the voice of the Shadow of the Shadow. The beast claws turned out by the Mad Beast King, which belonged to part of his soul power, were now caught by Chen Shang. Chen Zhang's blue dragon claws are also blessed by soul power, so they can grasp the soul of the Beast King, and they are also very tight, making it difficult for the opponent to break free for a while. Mo Ying, don't rush to take action, I will test his strength. You first walk around him and follow my orders to take action. The Mad Beast King stared at Chen Shang coldly, he was curious and interested in the young man in front of him. The Demon Shadow Soul has come to Chen Zhang's side, and Chen Shang only secretly watched out, and tried to deal with the Demon Shadow. Chen Shang and Lena are now standing on the 6 magic mirrors. Sister Xiao Jing can control the 6 magic mirrors to release the soul power for defense, which can resist the surprise attack of the magic shadow gods. Lena, I really didn't expect you to have this kind of helper. What is his background? Doesn't look like Wushan Divine Palace. The Mad Beast Law King asked. The reason why he didn't let the Demon Shadow Divine Soul take action was to ask something, because the Mad Beast King was not sure to catch Chen Shang. He is my master, Reina answered directly. As for who he is, I don't know. Lena also said Chen Zhang's name, because the 2 words Chen Shang still have a lot of weight in the highest level of the heavens. The Mad Beast King was surprised, Reina actually has a master. The strength of someone who can subdue Reina is definitely not easy. Unable to ask about Chen Zhang's identity, the Mad Beast King immediately gave Moying Divine Soul a wink. The shield of the 6 magic mirrors suddenly strengthened, and Chen Shang immediately let go of the Magic King of the Wild Beast, and the Beast Claws appeared. The Demon Shadow Spirit took action, and it turned into a black sharp sword, piercing directly at Lena in the 6 magic mirror. Lena couldn't see the demon soul, but Chen Shang could see it. Moreover, Chen Shang could feel how terrifying the power of the Demon Shadow Divine Soul in the moment just now, and the shield of the 6 divine mirrors could not stop it. Chen Shang immediately showed the Azure Dragon Slaughter Demon Knife, and when the Demon Shadow Divine Soul pierced the shield of the 6 divine mirrors, he slashed the Demon Shadow Divine Soul with a knife. This knife caught Mo Ying Shenhun by surprise, because under normal circumstances, he could be seen by people at all. Turned into a sharp sword, he can easily sneak attacks, so he never needs to guard against enemy counterattacks. He didn't expect Chen Shang to see him, and there are such terrible magic soldiers. This knife fell on the body of the Demon Shadow Divine Soul, directly splitting it into several black air. The Demon Shadow Spirit should be injured and flew out of the battlefield immediately. Qinglong Tumo Dao, the Mad Beast Law King was horrified, tremblingly shouted, then turned his head and ran. Chen Shang controlled the 6 magic mirrors and hurried to catch up. What are you running? Chen Shang was somewhat puzzled. The Mad Beast King now understands why Rena would recognize this young as her master. There is something like the Qinglong Tumo Dao, and you can see the demon soul. This kind of existence is very terrifying even in God's domain. Chen Shang didn't care about that Demon Shadow Divine Soul. Although he wanted to get it, the Demon Shadow Divine Soul was still quite powerful, and it ran out of sight in an instant. He can only chase after the Beast King, catch this Beast King, maybe he will be able to find the demon soul. The 6 magic mirrors immediately caught up with the Beast King, and a pair of blue dragon claws attacked the giant eagle that was transformed by the Beast King. Dao Yuan Shengli, why can you break through the rule of law? After the battle with Shen Shang, the Mad Beast King was even more shocked. Even at the highest level of the temples of heaven, it is impossible to break through the rules of the 10 heavens and earth, but the person in front of them can do it. Who is this? The Mad Beast King has never heard of such a man. However, he can understand even after thinking about it, because Ao Shi Tiandi has the life soul of the universe, it is normal for a big boss to come and take it. Suddenly he was very jealous of Reina, and actually embraced this kind of golden thigh. The Mad Beast King can only do his best now, delaying as much as possible for the demon shadow soul to recover and save him. Lena was standing on the 6-way magic mirror. She was not too worried about Chen Shang, but now she was a little afraid of the evil spirits coming and attacking. When she saw Chen Shang and used the Azure Dragon Slaughter Demon Sword to fight, she knew that Chen Shang was fighting seriously, which made her a little anxious. Demon Shadow Divine Soul can be restored, she very much hopes that Chen Shang can fight quickly. Master, you have to end the battle quickly, the Demon Shadow Soul will recover soon. Reina shouted anxiously. The most shocking thing about the Mad Beast King was that Chen Shang could actually see the Demon Shadow Divine Soul, otherwise he couldn't beat the Demon Shadow Divine Soul by surprise. Regarding the Demon Shadow Spirit, the Mad Beast King was sure that he kept it secret, and Reina definitely didn't know. So there is only one possibility, the Demon Shadow Spirit was seen. Chen Shang was ecstatic when he learned that the Ghost Spirit could recover. He was a little worried that the Ghost Spirit would be destroyed, or the Ghost Spirit would not return. If the Demon Shadow Divine Soul can recover, it means that the Demon Shadow Divine Soul will definitely come back, because he is bound to the Mad Beast King, and will not watch the Beast King be beaten up. You shouldn't be from the proud world. Where are you from? Are you the highest level of the Wushan Divine Palace? The Mad Beast Law King asked while beating. He suddenly felt that although the young in front of him was powerful, it wouldn't be particularly powerful without the Azure Dragon Slayer Demon Sword. Chen Shang spoke, but continued to fight with the Mad Beast King, using the power of his soul to use the blue dragon claws to crush the Mad Beast King. Up to now, Chen Shang almost felt the power of his most holy realm. After that Dao Yuan holy power was combined with the soul, the effect became very good. Because the Mad Beast Law King was unable to use Dao Yuan's holy power, his strength was far inferior to Chen Shang, and in terms of soul, he was even worse than Chen Shang. Sure enough, the Demon Shadow Divine Soul returned soon, still a cloud of shadows, and rushed directly to Reina after returning. Chen Shang immediately retreated to Reina's side, and then stood in front of Demon Shadow Soul. Seeing Chen Shang, the Demon Shadow trembling with fear, quickly retreated to the distance. The Mad Beast Majesty and the Demon Soul, it is now certain that Chen Shang can really see such things as the Demon Soul. Just come back. Chen Shang smiled slightly, called out the Azure Dragon Slayer Demon Sword, and then rushed towards the Mad Beast King. As soon as the Azure Dragon Slaughtering Demon Sword appeared, the Demon Shadow Divine Soul became even more frightened. Facing this sword, he seemed to be frozen, unable to move at all. The Mad Beast King snarled frantically and turned into a fierce giant lion, braving his body in flames, to fight Chen Shang desperately. Ended. Chen Shang rushed over, facing the giant lion transformed by the Mad Beast King, instantly chopped thousands of knives, infused with extremely powerful soul power and Dao Yuan Sheng power. The Mad Beast King couldn't resist it at all, his soul was smashed into pieces, and then he was sealed by Chen Shang using 6 magic mirrors. World Defying Dan God Chapter 4100, that group of people. Only half of the spirit of the Mad Beast King came, but this half of his soul swallowed the soul of the ***** of fire, so it was also very strong. Chen Shang had already completely shattered the spirit of the Mad Beast King, and the soul of the Mad Beast King was still on the side of God's domain, so it was not completely wiped out. Is it over? Reina hurriedly ran behind Chen Shang, holding Chen Zhang's arm. She was very afraid of a sneak attack by the demon soul. Just now, the demon shadow spirit was about to attack her, and she didn't notice it at all. It was Chen Shang who was in front of her. ***, the demon shadow spirit is still there. Chen Shang looked at the demon shadow spirit and soul floating in the sky, and then shouted, "Come here." The demon shadow spirit seemed to hesitate, but finally floated past. The wild beast will die. You can't subdue me. The demon shadow spirit seemed to guess Chen Zhang's mind. Why can't I accept it? Shen Shang asked. I signed a symbiosis contract with him, and only if he and I both agree, can this contract be cancelled. Mo Yingshanhun said. He still has half of his soul with me. I can use this half of the soul to sacrifice and burn the contract. This should be no problem. Chen Shang said, although I have never tried it, I think it can. Chen Shang was talking to himself in Lena's eyes. But she also heard about what was going on. Chen Shang wanted to subdue the demon shadow soul, and also to cancel the symbiosis contract. How can this be resolved? The astral contract has the power of law, allowing two astrals to form a deep bond. If the contract is not terminated by both parties, it would be difficult for external forces to release it. I'm willing to give it a try. Demon Shadow Spirit said after considering it. Who do you mess with? Worse, in the eyes of the demon shadow god and soul, this is much more than the wild beast method, and more powerful. The mad beast king is very strong, but sometimes he is very crazy, and he can't do anything. Chen Shang immediately started. He first draws out the soul of the mad beast king from within the 6 divine mirrors, and then goes to explore the magic shadow divine soul. Demon shadow divine soul is essentially a soul, but rather special and very powerful. When his own soul was probed by Chen Shang, Moying divine soul could feel more deeply how powerful Chen Zhang's soul was. It didn't take long for Chen Shang to find the symbiosis contract knot, the soul in the deepest part of the demon shadow divine soul, and it was still the most core area. Because he helped Hua Shangyu and Bai Yuyu recover their memories before, Chen Shang had a deeper understanding of the soul, and when he performed various operations on the soul, he seemed to be able to understand various methods very quickly. For example, now, he really uses the remnant soul of the Mad Beast King to burn the symbiosis contract. Of course, this process is still relatively complicated. It requires Chen Zhang's powerful soul and various sophisticated and cumbersome operations in order to wear out the contract knot little by little. Perhaps only Chen Shang can master this method. Lena was watching, waiting for 4 days before Chen Shang was finished. Moreover, Chen Shang also signed a symbiosis contract with Demon Shadow Divine Soul again. This symbiosis contract is not a master-servant contract, but it has a strong binding force, and Chen Shang is a powerful party. Chen Shang was also very tired, and said to Lena, now in Ao Shi Tnd, 2 of the 3 Dharma kings are gone, so you should be the biggest one, right? That's not bad. Lena thought for a while, and shook her head again. The deity of the Mad Beast Law King is still in God's domain. It won't be long before God's domain will send someone over. At this time, the demon Shadow Soul said, the news from God's domain will arrive in 1 or 2 days at most. The heavens of Ao Shi Tnd should already be known. Lena could also hear the voice of the demon shadow, and she could also see the demon shadow. The voice of the demon soul sounded yin, like a eunuch, and Rena also sounded weird. Whoever the demon shadow wants to see him can see. When she saw this demon soul, Rena was still a little scared. The second universe fate soul, when will it appear? Chen Shang asked. The Mad Beast Law King, do you want to swallow the universe fate soul? It's not that he wants to swallow it alone, but the camp behind him, secretly authorize the Beast King, let him secretly act in Ao Shi Tnd, seize the greatest power, swallow the other 2 kings, and take away the life soul of the second universe. Said. The reason why the Hall of Heavens sent 3 Law Kings was because I was afraid that something would blind the upper layers. But it still happened. The Mad Beast Law King will definitely bite me in the God's realm. Reyna snorted. Scream. I don't know when the second universe fate soul will appear. In short, when it appears, there will be a very dynamic phenomenon of heaven and earth. Demon Shadow Divine Soul said. How did the high levels of the halls of heaven know the fate of the second universe? Reyna asked curiously. That group of people said it. Mo Yingshanhun hesitated and replied. That group of people, who are they? Chen Shang asked quickly, then looked at Lena. Lena frowned and thought, obviously she knew what the group was. Wait, isn't it that there are only 2 powers of Zutian Temple and Wushan Temple? Why did those people pop up again? Chen Shang had a headache. Although Wushan Temple does not eat people, it does not seem to be a good thing now, and it is also a scourge in the proud universe. Now that group of people actually appeared again, if they were also very sophisticated, then Chen Shang had one more goal to clean up. That group of people is very strange. Although they have very powerful power, they have never participated in the fight for the universe. They are just bystanders. The demon shadow replied. They have magical powers and are not interested in the universe. The halls of heaven and Wushan Temple never provoke them. Who are they? Chen Chong asked. It's just a group of people. Whenever the Temple of Heaven and Wushan Temple fight, that group of people will appear on the battlefield, they will absorb a lot of souls, and they will watch the battle, and sometimes they will rescue people from both sides. Reina said. I was rescued by them. They said that Aoshitnd has a second universe fate soul, which is more important than God Furnace. This is only known by a few high-level officials of the Heavenly Palace and Wushan Temple. And this news came a few days ago. Mo Ying Divine Soul said. When the wild beast receives the news, it will act immediately and swallow the Divine Fire Lord. Chen Chong was quite happy to learn that the second universe's fate soul was in the Aoshitnd, and was afraid that the second universe's fate soul would be hard to find when it went outside the sky. Master Shen, can the mad beast Fa mention you? The demon shadow soul suddenly said. Because you have the Azure Dragon Slayer demon sword in your hand. He wants to swallow it, then the deity will do it again. Moing Shenhun knew very well about the Beast King, so he could guess the heart of the Beast King. It's the best if this is the case. Chen Zhang's eyes lit up and said, let's go back to Yanhengyu first. If the deity of the Mad Beast King really comes over, it will definitely make some movement.